We are. We're here. We're here. Hi, everybody. How you doing? It's Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to my morning show. It's Thursday, June the 10th, 2021, and I welcome all of you to another fun day of markets. We're just going to try to we're going to try to interpret what's happening in plain English out there for you. Not easily done all the time, but we'll do the best we can. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. And I'm glad you're here. Yesterday was Gamestop Day. Tomorrow is VGAC Day because Virgin Group Acquisition Corp has its shareholder meeting today to formally vote for the takeover of the company by 23andMe. So by the end of the day today, VGAC will be no more, and we'll be talking about 23andMe. I'm not sure of the exact date of the listing of the shares. I'm guessing Monday. But we'll probably hear that later today as to when 23andMe shares start trading on the New York Exchange under the symbol ME. we'll get that to you as soon as we have it. But let's talk about yesterday and last evening, because a lot of news came out on our GameStop stock and company, and since we follow that the most, I figured we'll kind of lead there, and we'll kind of get into it a little bit. My reaction, if I had to rate it, I would give it a B plus. I was happy. I would be happier if Mr. Cohen were to take the microphone and be the leader of the company. But I get it that he let the CEO do what he had to do because it's still his function, the outgoing, and Mr. Sherman. But now we know the new incoming CEO. We know of that gentleman, and so that to me is, we're in the transition period now. He's to join the company, in the next 10, 11 days. So good. I do expect on an ongoing basis the new CEO to be the leader of the company as far as spokesman. The overall number one guy is Mr. Cohen, but he will now have his number two man, CEO, run the company on a day-to-day basis, and that should be the spokesman for the company. And I cut him slack, let him get into the office, let him unpack his box, let him figure out where all these supplies are, let him work his support staff, figure out who he's going to have working where. We'll find out if he has anyone that he is going to poach from his former employer or employers over the years that he's worked with to come on with him. It could well be that he and Mr. Cohen and the board have already had chats regarding if I become your CEO, this is what I would want kind of stuff. This is who I would want. These are the people I want us to get. I want the authority to bring in my team to help me transition this company like you want me to transition it. I would not be in any way upset or worried about any of those kinds of discussions. I'd welcome those with open arms, and frankly, I would expect it. And so let's not be surprised if in the next few weeks, as the new CEO joins the company, that there'll be additional people joining in that to the outside world. Oh, wow, they're bringing in more people from Amazon. Well, yeah, the CEO is attracting his faves. He knows who the up and comers are, what he's been watching, and he knows who he wants on his team. And of course, he's probably offering people below him, like these newbies coming in. He's saying to these guys, "You want to join us here because you joining this team, you're going to be a top 100 employee of this company, maybe a top 50, a top 40." Whereas where you are now at Amazon or wherever you're number 15,000 or number 800 or, number 622, and that's as high as you're getting, because above you, you're not going to pass any of these guys anymore. You got to wait your turn for everyone ahead of you to die or quit. And so you've reached the top of your level, top of your game. Whereas here, I can bring you in as a top 25 employer, whatever the number is. And, you're going to have stock options in a company that is completely, evolving and no fear of going under, and so on and so forth. So we are noticing, we've been talking about this off and on. This channel has had discussions about it. We've seen others talk about how easy it seems to be, so relatively simple for GameStop to bring talent in. They just are able to steal people without too much difficulty. They're picking their spots and they're targeting the kind of people they want, and they're slowly but surely just cherry picking the various people they want to take over key positions in the company, lift it up. I like it. I like this very much. So very good. Two key Amazon employees to add on to existing key Amazon and Chewy employees that are already there. And I like the sound of that. The numbers. I'm not upset with the numbers. By the way, Serena, thank you for joining this channel while I'm yapping away here. It's nice to have you join us. I haven't got a problem with the numbers overall. I noticed that the sales are up 25%, they were saying. So their net sales were 1.27 billion versus a billion last year, with 12% fewer stores. So you take that into account. It's not broken down into e-commerce and retail, unfortunately. But my hunch here is that the e-commerce side is beginning to come on and is compensating, more than compensating for the store's decline. And I was thinking about this going, well, if all the stores remaining, the 87% of the stores that are still operating from, compared to a year ago, if they were all up 15, 20% in sales, that's great. But the problem is that with 12% fewer stores, that's 1/8 fewer stores. What do you, where does this extra sale, where do these sales come from? Did these stores actually do 40% more in business? I don't think so. I think they did 20, 25% more in business, like this gross number. But 87% of the stores doing 25% more in business means there's still a shortfall for that 1.27 billion. Where did this so-called 200 million come from? E-commerce. It had to come from the only other source of income that I know of. And this is what I was hoping to see. I don't know what this fully means. I'm wondering if maybe, again, we're talking about the increase in sales, not the gross, but I'm wondering if the stores account for, 800 million in sales and e-commerce 476 million. This number is, something I'd like to know. Anyway, I like to see that. I did notice that the net loss was 66 million versus last year at 165 million. And one little line of costs that I noticed that will soon disappear was that in the first quarter, GameStop had interest expenses of $24.8 million, almost $25 million. Folks, that is the interest expenses against all the loans they have outstanding that are no longer there. They have paid off all their loans. So in reality, they are going to, if they match this quarter, next quarter, just for an exercise here, they will only lose 40 million versus 66. But I have a feeling that more stores are closing, costs are dropping as they are already, admin costs are dropping, and they're about to turn a profit. I don't know if it'll be this quarter coming up, but they are going to get awfully close to break even this coming quarter. And this is only the second quarter. This is not when you expect anything decent to happen. You're just trying to get through summer. Then you've got the fall and the winter, the last two quarters of the year, the big one being the fourth quarter, obviously. And it could well be that they break even in the second and third quarter. They just break even and just start bringing on the positive side of the equation. And then the fourth quarter is the first big profit quarter. But all this is up in the air because, of course, the speed of e-commerce and what else do they have in mind? And this brings us to the next question. They announced that they were going to possibly sell 5 million shares into the market for cash. And I'm delighted. I am absolutely delighted to hear this. This is really good news. Sell 5 million shares, $250 to $300 a share. I'm a happy guy. 1.2 to 1.5 billion additional cash on top of the 788 million you got. Yeah, you got 2 to 2.5 billion lying around now in cash, no debt, and a company that lost 66 million last quarter, losing 20 million a month, and you got 2 billion in cash. Hello, you're around for as long as you want to be around. You know that they're not going to, stand by and keep losing 20 million a month. That's not going to happen. So the turnaround is happening. It's already accelerating. Obviously, the economy is opening up all over the world, especially in the USA. The virus and COVID have, come and gone to a great extent. and shopping malls and stores are reopening now. And of course, GameStop is up and running with all of their stores. They did say last night, they gave us a hint as to what to expect for the second quarter. They gave us a hint telling us that sales for May of this year compared to May last year, that's the first month of the second quarter, up 27%. Guys, girls, this is big stuff. If they're generally and realistically going to do another shot here of 25-30% gain over the year over year, that will be a fantastic financial result. I mean, that will really add to the momentum of the company. I'm just taking a look at quarterly financials for last year. Let me just pop that up. Here we go. The first quarter ended at the end of April. The second quarter ends the end of July. Now we're already into the middle of June, first third of June. So we're already 40 something days into the quarter, and we know they're 20%, 7% higher in May already. For the second quarter last year, $942 million in sales. If they're doing another, if they're going to do $1.2 billion in this coming quarter, again, that's another $250 million or more gain quarter over quarter. It's telling me that their annual is going to have to be revised upward nicely as well. They did have $5 billion in annual sales for 2021 for the fiscal year ended January 31st, 2021. Now, January 31st, 2022, year end there, will that number be more like 6 to 7 billion? Will it be in that maybe 6.5 to 7 billion range? Will that be the number? That would bring them over or equal to 2020, because in 2021 it was 5 billion, 2020 6.4 billion, and 2019 8.3 billion. So are they well on their way back to that 8 billion neighborhood with a 27% gain again in May, and of course continuing momentum on the e-commerce side? They're going to focus on that heavily. So yeah, it's a long-term process. It's a turnaround. It is a shift around, but it's happening. And as Mr. Cohen said, hang on to your seatbelts. We are in for an interesting ride here. The stock at the moment, $279 a share. And on the one hand, you can go, oh no, it's $279. It's down $23 from last night's close. Oh, this is we're gonna cry. I'm not too worried about it. Let me show you a couple of charts. We love charts. Let me show you a couple of charts. I got like 4 of them here. So let me just check one out here. Okay, this is a 10-day chart right here. 10 days, all right. On the far left, the chart starts on May roughly 27th, and that is where the shares were under 250. They were in that 220 neighborhood, and you can see that the 27th and the 28th and the 29th and June the 1st and June the 2nd, they were around the 250 neighborhood. And then they kind of peaked up into that 270, 80 range, then back to the 50, 60 neighborhood all the way until June the 7th. And after June the 7th, and that would be 3 trading days ago, look what started to happen with your stock. We started to get a run and a nice steady upward movement here into this 300 range. I want to show you another little chart, though, that really interests me. Let me see if this one is the one I want to show you first. This is a 3-month chart. Yeah. Okay, 3-month chart. At the very far left, that is when the shares were attacked from 346 down to 171, and they closed in that 260, 70, 80 range. Those first 3 days up there on the far left, that's where the shares were, 265, 275. Then they backed off, and we saw that real dip. You see that crap down there, the real V-shaped thing around between March 22 and 29? That was a 120 a share. And that's when the shorters tried to break this thing once and for all. They tried to crap it out, and it didn't work. It came right back, and it hung around this $180 to $200 range until it bottomed out again in early April. We were back into the 140, 150s, and we can see from April's 12th, roughly, all the way to May the 10th and 15th, it kind of hung around this 140 to 175 range, and then it began its move up in early May, mid-May, until May 24, and you can see how it slowly came on, and now this last week or so, week and a half. Look at the chart at the far right here, how this is the gains, up, down, up, down, up. That's what's been going on. I'm going to show you another little chart here. Let's see if this is the one I want. Hang on a second. This is a 6-month chart, and this is the same chart year to date. Let's look at this one. This is year to date, Jan 1 to now, and it's just a linear chart. And of course, you can see at the very left, far left, that's $17 a share, way over there in Jan 1, Jan 4. Then we have the Twin Peaks, where you recall the shares did trade in the aftermarket, upwards of 500 a share, but on the actual exchanges, these are closing prices, closing days. And you'll note that the two Twin Peaks, those Twin Peaks on the left, are just over the $300 a share mark. And the shares have never been over 300 a share ever since, until the last 2 days. And this is what I wanted to bring to your attention. There is that plateau around the 15th of March, just before the 15th of March. That was where the stock did get into the 340 range, but got slammed. But it didn't close above 300, and it backed off, and it's been coming on ever since. And it's now, the shares, as of the last 2 days, touching 300 for 2 consecutive days, closing at 300 or better. We haven't done this since the big run-up. And I thought you should see that. I found that to be a most telling and most interesting event. I'm going to go back to this chart right now. There we are. There's the Twin Peaks right there. John, thank you. John Kirkman, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the PayPal donation. Back here, this is a chart that is 6 months, goes back into December, mid-December. There are the Twin Peaks again, and you can see them there. And now look at the chart on the far right. We are at the highest levels lately that we have seen since then, even better than March. And the other thing I want you to look at the very bottom, like below the actual blue, the blue mountain range there, you'll see those black bars running along. Those are volume bars. And I want you to look under the Twin Peaks, just where the Twin Peaks are. Look straight down from there, and you can just see a little to the left and the right. There were a lot of black bars there. We had days of 170 million shares a day trade at that time. 170 million shares a day, and one day was 197, I think it was 194, 197. Those are volume days. Those are the greatest volume days the stock's ever had. There was a surge of volume again in late February, early March, and then look at the bar of volume going through April and May. There are no bars. It almost doesn't register. We've been watching the stock trade 4 million a day, 5 million a day. Doesn't register, and until just lately, and again on the far right of this chart, you'll see how we come back up, and you can just make out a few little bars at the bottom. And I want you to know that. I want you to see that, because I wanted to talk to you about this. To me, what does it mean? It means, as far as I'm concerned, that this stock has been picked off by retail investors. Ever since January, when you saw those volumes and you saw the stock crap out and come back and crap out again, you guys have been buying up the stock bit by bit by bit. There've got to be over 1.5 million, 2 million shareholders of GameStop. I don't know the number. I wish I did. There are gazillions of you guys, and a lot of you have bought the stock cash, and a lot of you own less than 100 shares. Many, many, many investors own less than 100 shares around the world. And none of you are under pressure to sell your stock because it's the majority of your existence, or if you don't sell now, you can't pay your rent or anything like that. You guys have been holding this now for months, and you suffered through all of April and May, and now this early part of June to here. You've been just holding on and not giving it up. Some of you sold, but not many. And some of you are writing call contracts, which is great because you're bringing in cash for your stock and you're buying more stock on dips. And you're diversifying your holdings. I say kudos to you guys. Bottom line, though, even coming back to this 270, 280, 300 range, and we've had a couple of moments in the last couple of days, as you know, I've been yelling at the screen, 346, but try to get this thing up to 346. We've had the low 300s revisited, let's say. No volume. I mean, we had a 17 million share day last week, one day, and we're now having trouble. We're now having trouble even breaking 10 million shares a day again. We're not getting the volume trading. And Yesterday was 13 million shares because that was shareholder day. That was annual report day. That was the day we were expecting some decent volume, and we got it. But I'm not even sure if we're going to do 10 million today. I really don't know. Fascinating stuff. Anyway, this is hardly a disaster. 278.50 on the pre-market. Oh, Snorefest, Yawn City. This is hardly people throwing in the towel on GameStop. Again, because so many of you hold it and so many of you have small positions in it, it's the money you've put into this stock 3-4 months ago. You've been living without that money now for months, and you don't actually need it for next month's bills. And this is bad news for shorters. Shorters need to have panicky, desperado, over-leveraged sellers, and there's darn enough of them to go around. We've traded 174,000 shares in the pre-market. This is nothing. Got 100,000 shares of buying coming into this thing. It's 295 again. I mean, it's going to go 5 million shares a day to 10 million shares a day is enough volume to move GameStop to 400 to 500 a share over the next month or two, easily. It's not going to take 100 million shares a day. Unlike AMC and other stocks that need hundreds of millions of volume to chew through all the turnover, GameStop just doesn't have that issue. And again, the folks who are into GameStop are in it for one main reason: Ryan Cohen. We're in now to the Ryan Cohen era, and his management, his vision. And I think that in the next few weeks and few months, we're going to get a pretty good peek at just what it's all about. And I'm excited because I already know that the first month of this quarter is up 27%, which is higher than the first month of the last quarter when we got the sneak peek at those numbers. I think it was 19% higher. It was 19% higher in February or March, something like that. And now we're 27% higher for May versus May. So if this is going to be a 30% gain, it's a 1.3 billion quarter. And I don't think that's all it's going to be. I think it's continually expanding out, because I don't believe that this company is going to match last year's numbers. They're going to exceed it, and they're going to keep closing stores and exceed the gross revenue number constantly, which will confound and frustrate the analysts, because if they try to keep a low rating on the stock and try to keep telling their Wall Street boys that this thing is a dog, they're going to look like morons, because the company is doing higher sales with fewer retail locations and lower costs, because, of course, as I've said before, those interest costs are virtually eliminated now, and there is no debt. And if they do a stock issuance, as they've said they will raise 1 to 1.25, probably 1.25 billion more. That'll give them $2 billion in cash. Now, a company with $2 billion in cash and a stock price of $280 to $320 a share, or $400 a share, they could be acquirers. It's possible that this quarter GameStop is going to buy somebody. And who are they going to buy and what? I don't know. But it could be that they acquire an existing company that is already generating revenue, and that'll go right into the bottom line, changing this company completely. Because obviously, if you can do a $5 billion acquisition, it might be $1 billion in cash and $4 billion in stock, something like that. Or if it's a pure stock deal, because the company coming into the company is going to say, hey, yeah, we'll join you. We'll do a $5 billion paper deal, because as soon as we're part of you, we are part of that $2 billion in cash you got lying around, because you have plans for us to take us to another level. We're already cash flowing and generating money, but with additional capital to come in here, we can grow our company, much further. So it's possible that could well be being cooked up here. There could well be plans. Do not think this is not a possibility. It's entirely likely by the end of this year, in the next 6 months, this company looks a lot different than it looks now, because there's a whole new bunch of kids running the show. And I think that these guys can do, I think they pull off some deals. I think they really can. I would be even more happy, even happier, if they were to announce more than a 5 million share offering going forward. If if they were to reissue those 30 million shares they bought back 2 years ago, they bought back 35 million shares 2 years ago at $5.19 a share. They're in their treasury. If you want to reissue those in the $300 to $400 range, I'm a happy guy. I really am. That's almost $10 billion in cash. And with $10 billion in cash to invest into their business and anyone they're acquiring, they could do 20 or 30 billion in acquisitions this year, this next year. Again, transforming this company from what it is now, a $20 billion meme stock, to a $50 billion or $70 billion market cap company with all different finance, all kinds of different numbers, revenues, profits, potential. Yeah, it's $1,000 stock and more. Yeah, this is why these guys have no trouble attracting talent. You got to wonder, you're a guy working at Amazon in Australia, you're running the whole thing down there. You got to be a $500,000 a year employee with stock options and benefits and, the upside of perhaps being transferred to the United States or the UK and running that division or running Europe as a whole. I mean, if this guy's an all-star, he's going to be moving up. And he joins a little gaming company in Texas, which is trading at $300 a share at the time. He's, mind you, was probably trading at $160 to $180 a share when they were talking to him. And he's watching the stock go to $300 a share, and he's now joining in, and they're saying to him, yeah, why don't you join us, because the upside here is just unbelievable. He's looking at the whole picture, getting the vision from Mr. Cohen and the group, the gang, the board, and he's realizing, oh wow, there's some potential here, and he's jumping ship. And I can tell you that the majority of his remuneration in the long run, most of the money he will ever make coming to GameStop can only be from the stock. That he'll get a salary, yeah, sure, he'll get a good salary, but if that's not the money, that's not the big money. The big money is the potential of the paper that he's going to be optioning into, and he's joining this stock and this company at $280 to $300 a share. Not at $50-$60 a share or $20 a share or $5 a share. This guy's coming in at around 300, as well as a new CFO. I mean, both of these guys are coming in at these levels where you are now, and they know what we know here on this little tiny YouTube channel. They know that the shares are held by retail investors for the most part, and could well be millions upon millions, tens upon tens of millions of shares shorted or artificially held short through derivatives and other means, and these guys don't care. They're jacked up. They're moving their families. They're moving everything. They're coming in, and they're going to run this thing. And they know the vision, and their talents are exactly what this company wants and needs. And so in the next month, the two of them will be in there, and they will probably bring in their favorite gang of cohorts. There could be 20 new employees coming in with them between the two of them. And we're going to run this thing, baby. Hang on your seatbelt. Hang on. It could be in for one heck of a ride. There you go. There's my take on GameStop day. Good stuff. Passing grade by far. Passing grade. Not worried about this stock at $280 a share. Not even concerned. It could be this morning between $250 and $300. Do not be surprised if it fluctuates. On dips, you know what to do. On surges, let's see. We'll look for the volume and go from there. I don't know if there'll be spectacular volume today. I am expecting the usual round of highlighted articles to come out. There'll be the guys on CNBC who will poo-poo the company as usual. You know the game plan. And then there'll be the odd article out there that'll say, I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss these guys. There's something brewing here. Why are they always bringing in this talent? They're becoming a miniature Amazon. Hey, is anyone noticing this? Those kinds of articles, I give kudos. I don't expect that on CNBC though, but that's just me being a pessimist. What I've been noticing. There you have it. Welcome one, welcome all. We are 30 minutes away from the opening here, and I'm going to talk about some other stocks if you don't mind. Let's see what else is going on. Follow some of our other favorites and see what they're saying and what we're doing in the pre-markets. Today, as I said earlier, is VGAC Day. It's Virgin Group Acquisition Corp. Today is the shareholder meeting for VGAC, and they're going to announce their merger with 23andMe. that is going to happen, and that deal we're quite looking forward to. Um, we'll transform this company from the SPAC to a real deal, and Mr. Branson and all of his allies can start talking. VGAC right now is 1026 on the pre-market. It was as high as 1030 a little while ago, trading 6,800 shares. Absolutely nothing. But that meeting is today. And I can tell you, my guess is that the stock will be let go to do whatever it wants to do from here on out. There's no need to really hold it up until maybe the meeting is called, and then we're on our way, I guess. The next stock to watch will be Fortress, FAII, because in 5 days from now, that would be next week, Tuesday, it'll be Fortress Value Acquisition Day, and they're trading at 10.01 right now. That stock will go through their changeover to ATI Physical Therapy. We'll keep an eye on those guys. We're also watching Gores Holdings, GHVI. There's news coming out of that's associated with Gores Holdings. There's news associated with them. They're trading at 15.60 right now, down 27 cents. They've been as high as about 15.75 this morning. The news that has been coming out has been from Matterport. Matterport is constantly issuing press releases about their business activities. They launch a new program. They're doing this. They're doing that. And the reason this is happening is because Matterport is already active in 150 countries, and their numbers are surging. Their customer base counts are really taking off. Their cash flows are taking off. Their revenues are taking off, and I can't wait for this deal to happen, the merger. Unfortunately, I don't think Gores yet knows when they can call their shareholder meeting. They're patiently waiting for the SEC to give them the so-called release, on their latest filings, to allow them to now call a shareholder vote, get the shareholders in for both companies, vote this merger deal through, and call it for trading on NASDAQ as MATT. I believe it's going to be symbol MATT. So Gores Holdings, there's excitement in the stock lately. I've noticed that about in the last month or so, the shares have gone from this 1105 range, 1140 range, all the way up then into the 1380 range, 1360. Then it reached the 14s and kind of hung around there a bit, even up until a couple days ago, 1394, 1404. Now we're pushing $16 again. We're beginning to push that 1596 yesterday on Gores Holdings. So shareholders of Gores are getting excited, and the stock is trading higher in anticipation of the final release of the documents by the SEC that everything is fine and you can now call your vote to merge together your companies. So lots happening here. VACQ, Vector Acquisition Corp, 1058, down a nickel on the pre-market. Again, this is the space, the Rocket Lab merger we're talking about here. We're waiting for the SEC release to allow the company to call its meeting to merge with Rocket Lab. That is imminent, and the stock is also just inching along a little here. It's a little, and trading 750,000 shares yesterday. So there's people who are, eagerly awaiting this move. SoFi, SOFI, 2255, down 16 cents. And typical pattern on SoFi, if you join me often, is the shares sort of sometimes trade higher or lower on the pre-market, and then they do a dip before the opening, and then just as the opening comes along, it starts to rocket back up again. Anyway, it's down 16 cents on 66,000. The last bit of news I just heard was this morning, where SoFi customers who are using the trading app that SoFi has, if you're using the SoFi trading app and you have, I think, at least a $3,000 value in that account, cash or stock or equivalents, you qualify to be allowed to buy IPOs, initial public offerings that the company will be getting involved in. And apparently, there are now Chamath Palihapitiya. I don't know how to pronounce that name. You know who I'm talking about. He is launching a number of new SPACs. I think 4 of them. And apparently, SoFi customers will be allowed to nibble into the IPO at $10 a unit, which includes a stock. Well, the units used to be stocks and partial warrants, but apparently the first deal coming out won't have any warrants at all. It'll be only a stock deal. I think the SEC has pretty well scared off every new SPAC from even thinking of issuing warrants going forward, because the SEC makes these companies consider warrants a liability, which to me is an absolute joke. It's just an option to buy stock if a person wants to exercise it. I don't know why it's a liability to the company. It's ridiculous. Anyway, SoFi clients will be allowed to buy SPAC issues on the IPO and other IPOs, apparently. So SoFi is trying to shake it up, as is Robinhood and others, to allow small investors the opportunity to buy IPO situations. The thing I wonder about, of course, is if a hot IPO comes along, for example, and I'm not saying that these SPACs aren't hot, but if an IPO comes along where there's only 50 million shares available and there's a demand for 500 million shares, and SoFi is allowed to issue 5 million of those 50 million, and then they have orders for 50 million for only 5 million available. Guess what they're going to do? You're going to put an order in for $1,000 worth of stock, and you're only going to get $100 worth. How rich are you going to get if your $100 stock situation starts trading at 110 or 120? But it is what it is. I mean, IPOs are IPOs. If they're a good IPO, everybody wants them, and no one gets what they want. And if you are going to be able to spread it around with these small investment accounts, I say fine. At least some of you guys get a shot at this stock, or some of it, or a sliver of it, because as you know, I've been so negative on IPO underwriting, so you just don't get a shot at any of these. You don't get any opportunity to buy into any of these, and it is just it's a closed shop, and it's just not it's not fair to you. Anyway, that's just this guy ranting and raving. But in any event, welcome. All right, so that's SoFi, 2055 right now, down 16 cents on 335,000 shares. Yesterday, they were 22.23 to 24.46 on 9.4 million shares. So let's see how SoFi does for us today. I consider this a strong buy, in my opinion. AMC, just to give us an idea where we're at, it's 47.66, and it is down $1.68. I think we're open right now on the markets. Is that correct? No, we're not open. We're 23 minutes to go. I apologize. I looked at a note here. I confused myself. We're still 23 minutes away, but the Dow looks to be up 140 on the pre-market. That's what I'm noticing. AMC, 47.66, down $1.68 on 3.65 million shares. And as the days go by right now, we're noticing more and more how the AMC volumes are backing off and backing off. The stock is still hanging around this 45, 55 range, which is a good sign. But in order for it to hit new all-time highs, you're going to need 500 million shares a day to trade. That's just a fact with a company with over 500 million shares outstanding. As I'm yapping away here, GameStop is approaching 286 to 287, still down $15 from the close last night of 302, but definitely off the lows of the morning, which were in the 265.70 range. We're now 287, 288 on GameStop. All right, let's continue on with some of our others that we're following. SVAC, starboard value is at 10.01. Nothing much going on here. Waiting again for these guys who are being picked off by Sixtra. We're waiting for them to be acquired by Sixtra. They need SEC approval to call their shareholder vote. Fifth, Wall acquisition, looking very good. The last trade I am showing was sometime, I think, I'm not sure what timing this is. Let me just get a refresh on this. It's just showing me a close of 11.15, up 40 cents. I'm not sure if this is last night's aftermarket. I don't quite know what to make of it, but it has been inching up from the 10s back to the 11s. So looking good on Fifth Wall. And then NSH, that would be Navstar, $10 a share, up 6 cents this morning, but no volume. Waiting for it to also get the green light to call a merger vote so that they and Spire Global can become one company. Spire is the company that manages satellites once they're in orbit. And it takes a bunch of money to get it up there. It takes a bunch of money to keep operating it. And that's what Spire does, Spire Global. That's their job, the data transfer and keeping these satellites in proper alignment. 288.45 on GameStop, down 14.11 from last night's close. We're noticing a nice little spike here of about $8 or $9 from in the last 15, 20 minutes. Probably just because we're 20 minutes from the opening and there's some potential of the stock opening much closer to its closing price. But do not be fooled, folks. It's possible that GameStop will open around the $290.95 neighborhood. It's possible. And it's possible that it might try to take a shot at 300, but it's also possible that it could shoot down to 270 and then try to find itself as the day wears on. We have to cut it some slack this morning to see what's going on. Those of you who have written call contracts on GameStop, if you wrote 320s, 340s, 350s, 400s, all the way up there, that expire tomorrow or next week or the week after that, these short-term contracts, you may want to take a look at your option chain as the markets open up. You'll find that they'll be much more accurate first few minutes of trading. There may be opportunities for you to buy them back if that's what you're thinking of doing. On the other hand, if you've written 340s or 350s or 320s, the stock is sitting at 280 this morning, you might be sitting there going, I don't know if I need to buy these back right now because tomorrow is Friday expiry day. Whatever value these contracts have today will shrink dramatically by tomorrow if the stock does not take a $50 pop here. And for contracts for next week and the week after that, it's possible you wrote some of these into the $20 range and higher, and you're noticing that they're still in this $18 to $20 range and they aren't coming off yet. Give it until tomorrow and Monday, because it's possible if these shares are trading in this 280 to 300 range, your 320s and 340s and 350s will start deteriorating next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week as the deadline for next Friday rolls along. It's something to monitor and keep an eye on. On the other hand, if you've written a contract and you took in $15, $20 and they're now trading at $3 to $7, you all have the opportunity, depending on your situation, where you could consider buying them back today and sitting on the sidelines and seeing what the stock wants to do today and tomorrow. It's entirely possible, as I've said a million times before, this stock has a $50 swing in it at any time. And if they dip down to 275 this morning, you buy back contracts, and they run up to 290.95 this afternoon, you might want to rewrite contracts at that point and again take the swing into your favor and enjoy while holding the stock the entire time. So keep an eye on that. We will too, and see what gives. We'll try to stay on top of this whole thing and see what's going on. There you have it. That is a bit of a recap of our morning. And we know that the inflation rate has picked up because of increased prices. None of this is a surprise to any of you out there who go shopping. But again, it's likely that whatever inflation you're seeing right now, it may well be temporary, in that some supply chain logistics have come into play here to muck up the works and causing price spikes on certain goods for a certain period of time. Once these supply chain glitches get figured out and get resolved, with competition as it is, we'll find that prices will likely moderate dramatically, and we'll bring it back. GameStop right now, $284.50. Been trading between 284 and 286, 287 in the last few minutes. 233,000 shares as we are 16 minutes away from the opening of the market today. We have the Dow up 150 points. We have S&P up 14 points. NASDAQ up 27. We have crude oil at $70.30 a barrel, up 34 cents a barrel. That's where we are at right now. And we are waiting for the opening to see where things take us from here. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Nice to see you this morning. I hope you've had a pleasant evening and you're not too stressed out today. Antoinette, if you exercise a call option, do you keep the premium too and be able to buy the stock for that price? Yes, that's correct. Yes, you do. So if you got paid $25 for a GameStop contract and it was a $290 contract and the stock goes to 310, you can exercise your 290 contract, and that $25 you had goes towards the cost of the stock. Yeah, that's very true. Same thing with any of the contracts we talk about. For example, if you've got say you got a call contract on SoFi, and you bought it. You bought the contract, let's say a week or two ago. The stock was trading at $16. You bought a $20 call contract, cost you $2, and now the stock is $24 supposedly towards exercise date. You can just exercise your stock option for $20, or you can sell your call contract for the $4 it's worth if you want, maybe, or $4.50, whatever it's going for. But it's true that if you did buy the stock at 20, you've already got, again, I'm assuming, let me correct myself. You could have written the contract, pardon me. No, hang on. You bought the contract for $2 and it's now worth $4. The stock's at 24. It's a $20 exercise. You can take the $400 and use that towards the cost of buying 100 shares at $20 a share. I'll get my act together. And so you need the additional capital to make the differential purchase. If you sell the contract, let's say it's trading at $5, it's worth $4, but it's trading at $5. You sell it at $5. There's $500. Now that you go and buy the stock on the open market, well, there's $500 against your stock purchase right there, and away you go. So yeah, you can definitely do that. All right, let's move on. Thank you all for hanging around. Let's see what else is going on. Thank you. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all. Let's see. Okay, so we basically pay premium on the call, but when I see gains on those, if I trade them, do I get those gains I see? Well, if you buy a call for $2, whether it's in the money or not, you buy it for $2, and the stock goes up, and your call is now trading at $5.50. You're going to sell your call for $5.50. You're going to take a $200 investment, turn it into a $550 investment, and do whatever you want with that money. That's how calls work if you're going long calls. Holy crap, I need to get some watermelons. My mind is overheating. Plus, I need to go and see my Jen for a sympathy bagel with my chivalry. You guys go. Let's see. Welcome all to the show. Are we at risk of Yoko? We need a bunch more likes. How are we doing on that? We have 556 likes right now, and we open in 13 minutes. It sure would be nice to have 1,000 likes by the time we open up for the day. I've got Yoko right here. I did put her back in the sleeve, thinking that I wouldn't need to do this again. I don't have to take Yoko out of here and put her on my turntable, do I? I'm sure I can get 1,000 thumbs ups before we open for the market. We have 12 whole minutes. We only need 407 thumbs ups. That's nothing for a channel of this caliber, viewership of this incredible, loyalty to the creator, huh? 632 now is the account, but I can put I can put on the turntable and get it going. 657 thumbs ups now. We need 343 more. Help us out, and we'll be okay. Thank you, one and all. 285.55 on GameStop. It's trying to do its part. We just need you to help me out with this album and keep it off the turntable. 686 now. 314 needed to not hear this album. That's a small price to pay, I would think. 692. Thank you. We're going to hit 700 thumbs ups right now. Here it is. Boom. 702. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate this. I can't wait for Bruce to start reading his comments. I can't go all the way back to the beginning, so I'll just do what I can. Anybody want to say something? I'll do what I can here. Sorry, folks. I'm been drowning in info. Let's see. Might be back above 300 at this rate. Wouldn't that be great? And it's at 2250. He said 20. 2250. That's true. Let's go here. Sorry. We go over here. Vector Acquisition 1060. Looks like for Vector. Vector Acquisition Corp now 1083 up 20. Nice. And Fortress Value showing 1002 roughly. And VGAC showing, let's see here, 1025. Okay, we'll take that. Gores Holdings, I'm still showing 1575. Okay. And SoFi is officially 2255 where we're at. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. The madness, the craziness, the good times. A public service announcement. Please like this video for the love of our ears. Please. You know, this Yoko thing's getting annoying. That's the point. We really like you to change it. Thank you, I will. So Kayla. You know, we would really like to hear something else. Well, you know, 767 thumbs ups. You know, sometimes the message needs to be reinforced. You know, the beatings will continue until morale improves. I mean, hey, 776. Thank you for the thumbs ups, but man, we need 1,000, and we got 10 minutes to go to get 220 more. To at least have 1,000 thumbs ups at the beginning of the show. I mean, that's the least this channel should be doing. Thank you all, those of you who've already done this and are in the process of giving me a thumbs ups. I thank you. 280 on GameStop, 280.81 right now as it's running along here, up and down and up and down and up and down. And there we go. 2,000 thumbs ups if Uncle Bruce dusts off the old base and starts ripping on some Tom Sawyer. I'm so ready to quit this job and go working. Uncle Bruce Lennon's ghost visited me last night in my dream. He said, all angels' voices sound like Yoko singing. Oh, I'm going to become a lawyer. Random Retro. You know, I don't think I'm in the mood for Yoko this morning. Here's my thumbs ups right here. Bruce, what are some of the strike prices you like for VGAC looking to the beginning of next year? The VGAC, if you can get them at 10 or 12.50, that's where you want to step in here. You get these 10 and 12.50 contracts, get them now. Don't even look at anything else. Yoko, you want any coffee? Bruce, how is COVID in your town? Are you able to back out yet to go back out? We're still supposed to wear masks everywhere we go. We're wearing masks in the grocery store. We are... if you're an employee, you're wearing masks inside. We're still being asked to not travel outside of our health region at the moment. The counts are dropping. That's the good thing. But they are being extremely cautious about it. And I'm pretty happy about that. So, you know, our next shot for Jen and I is Tuesday. So we're coming up in 5 days for our second vaccine. So we're looking for that. Bruce, I'm looking at picking up a call option. 287 strike price for GameStop expiring tomorrow. It would be a margin purchase. A bad idea. Your opinion is all I need to pull the trigger. No comment. Dan, this Yoko thing is getting annoying. That's the point. Yeah, there you go. It's supposed to be annoying. I need the thumbs ups. Slim Whitman has entered the chat. Pretty good morning. Thank you. My son wasn't happy with my boots pick. JW, fine, I'll stick with bagel. Carlos, Bruce is sniffing his finger a lot right now. Morning, all Bruce, you missed my super chat. Can you please have a look? Dinosaur Jr., what is it, a good one? How rude. Let's take a look here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's take a look at supers. What happened this morning on Super Chat? Here we go. There's a few here, and thank you, everybody. We got Bassa. Hi, Bruce. What's your view on the alleged naked shorts on AMC and the alleged collusion? Love the show. What's my view? It's always been the same. Sooner or later, those who are short will pay, and that's all there is to it. We've got Antoinette's message here. Then I've got Dinosaur Jr. Uncle Bruce, SoFi call, January 21, 22, 1750 at 7:30 versus a 2250 at 5:35. Why is the difference $2, not $5? More demand for the 2050s. The 1750s, a much better deal. There you go. This is typical with contracts. The more in the money you are, the lower the premium, the higher the book value ratio. And so in theory, you can play SoFi by buying the stock at 22 whatever dollars, or you can play the stock by putting up $730 with a contract for $1750 for 120, 122, which of course is a third of the amount of money. So you buy 100 shares of SoFi for $22 a pop, or you can buy 3 of these $7 contracts. You've got 300 shares of leverage versus 100 shares of actual stock. Or you can use your $2,200 and buy four or so of the 2250s, only giving you 400 leverage, but you're barely in the money, and most of it is premium. So to me, the buy is a 1750 call at 730. That's the buy if you have that kind of cash. There's the catch. If you only have $500-600 and you want to play SoFi till next January on a contract, just pick up the 2250. You're in the money, but if the stock goes up $1, that contract may only go up about 60 cents for every dollar the stock goes up. So the next $2 or $3 of movement on the stock, let's say $3 of movement on the stock, your contract might go up $1.80 only. And you'll note then that you have much more book value versus premium value at that time. Eventually, like the 1750, you get to the point where paying $730 for the 1750, that right now means $24.80. The shares go up $1. This call will go up 90 cents in value. It goes up another $1, it'll probably go up 92 cents in value. Stock goes up another $1, it'll go up 95 cents per dollar, because the premium will get right down to like 50 cents or less. And will stay there, and then it'll go up dollar for dollar. So a $10 move on SoFi to the 34-35 range will likely add a significant amount of money to that contract. We'll take that contract to $17+. So it'll be almost a $10 move, whereas the 2250 will not go up by $10. It might go up by about $5 or $6, $6.50, something like that. Nonetheless, leverage is leverage and money is money, and you never give it back. Young Lee, thank you. Uncle B, I'm in the money on a contract. Can I purchase those shares before expiration? Yes, you can. If so, how do I purchase the shares early versus selling the contract? You contact your stockbroker and you notify the broker you would like to exercise your call contract. And then they will then make sure you have enough money in your account to handle the purchase, and they will then take care of you for the exercise. They will then notify the exchange, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They'll notify them that we would like to exercise one of our contracts. This is all done on computer, by the way. It's done in a nanosecond. It's instantaneous. I'm telling you everything. It's just logistically, but in a nanosecond, buy will be done, an exercise will be enacted, a contract will be exercised. We don't know whose it is. It's not the last guy to write. It's not the first guy to write. It could be anybody's contract. And so you might have written 5 call contracts against your stock, and you find out that during the day, one of my contracts have been exercised. I've got this money in my account all of a sudden. I used to have 500 shares of this stock, and I only have 400. But you got this cash balance increase going on. That's because you were exercised on 100 of your 500 shares. That can happen. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or all 5 of them. You never know. All on the same day, or over different days, or none at all. It really varies. Okay. All righty. Thank you, everybody, for these questions and being here and hanging out. Let's see. Phone is saying, Uncle Bruce, what's the upside for those who sell calls on SoFi with expired date next year? When SoFi is going to run up, they'll make more money if they don't do it. Is that right? So if you're writing a call contract that goes in the money and it doesn't expire till next year, you have a couple of choices. You can either sit there and wait. Let's say you wrote a $25 SoFi contract and you brought in $5 in premium or so, and the stock goes to 30 and you haven't been exercised, right? You got your $5 and the stock's at 30, but you have to sell at 25 upon being called out. And you want to do something else because you're sitting there going, well, geez, stock's at 30. I'm not getting any upside here anymore. It's gone. I got my money on that premium. You could buy the call back. The problem is, of course, buying the call back with a year to go, 5 in the money or 10 in the money, depending on how far the stock is. If it's trading at 30 and you wrote a 25, you're 5 in the money. You might have to buy that call back for $750. But If you do buy it back for $7.50 and you lose $2.50 on that deal because you sold the call at $5, you bought it back at $7.50, the good news is your stock has gone up in value more than the $250 you lost on your contract. And now the stock trading at 30 and you have 100 shares at 30 or more, you can now write new contracts. Maybe you'll write 35s for 6 months from now or a year from now. Maybe you'll write 40s. Maybe you'll write 50s a year from now. And you might get $6, $8, $10 a share for that contract. You might. And then away you go again. So, okay. Orion, Uncle Bruce, how do you know if you've invested too much? Like, I've put half of my wealth into the Bruce SPACs right now. I'm a bit concerned. I do love them, though. You know you've invested too much when they go down in value and you realize you can't make bill payments. Then you go, oh, maybe I've invested too much in everything I do. On the other hand, the shares go up in value and you realize, oh my God, I'm up 50% on my investment and I didn't put in enough. And welcome to the market, because every loser you have is too many and every winner you have is not enough. And that's how this game works. And it's all psychological, Orion. And you have to work your way through it. But, you know, if you're into deals because you like them and you like the stories on them and the upside, you have to, on days like this, when you're asking yourself whether you've done it right or not, these are the days you earn your profit. These are the days you have to buck up and say, I'm not flinching here. I believe in these and I'm going to wait them out. I'm getting mine and I'm not giving it up. Anyway, welcome guys. We're open. Let's see what this market is doing today and follow these stocks together. Okay. We're back up and running and we'll take a look at what's doing what right now. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. I'm glad you could make it here. We've got Gamestop right now at 286, 287 roughly, down $14 to $16 a share right now. We have SoFi at 22.64, down 7 cents. We've got AMC at 48.68, down 66 cents. Hardly a problem there. Gores down 16 cents to 15.71. VGAC 10.24, up 6 cents. Fifth Wall Acquisition 11.13, down 2 pennies. Vector Acquisition 10.71, up 8 cents. Navsite unchanged at 9.94. As Starboard up unchanged at 10.01. Fortress at 9.99, down 3 cents. Those are our SPACs. The Dow is up 203 points. We're having a good start to the day. We got the S&P up 16, and we got NASDAQ up 9.2 points. So we have a positive opening on the markets. The inflation numbers did not shake the markets off track whatsoever, and we're up and running. Now, GameStop, as I said to you to start this show, $50 range, anywhere from down to 250 up to 300 could be easily our day's range. We're going to be all over the map. It's at 280 right now. It has already fluctuated between 273 and 288 at this moment on 750,000 shares. Welcome to the morning at GameStop right now. SoFi has traded a total volume now of 426,000 shares. Not a heavy opening, down only 7 cents on the stock. AMC volume at 48.37 a share now, 8.9 million. Very quiet opening as opposed to lately. Agora is trading at 30,000 shares at 15.64, down 23 cents. So not a lot to talk about. It's a quiet opening. VGAC trading 60,000 shares at 10.26, now up a dime. 10.27, up a dime. There you go. There's our opening at the moment. GameStop 281.60, 281.50 as it sort of figures itself out. We get the we get the flippers who've come and gone. We saw the stock reach the 300 and something range, 320, 330 range the other day. Yesterday, 314, if I can remember. I can't remember. And that's what we have. We're watching this market now try to figure itself out. And the company exceeded analysts' expectations on earnings and sales yesterday. But I doubt you're going to see a bunch of New York analysts go, oh, I was wrong. The stock can go to 300. You're not going to get that. These guys who call this stock a $10 stock, a $9 stock, a $29 stock, I don't see any changes coming from these guys. These guys are dinosaurs. They're looking at this company from looking backwards rather than looking forwards. But hey, they're doing their jobs. It's what they do, and it's what they're about. And I could be wrong. They might bump their numbers a little bit. Maybe they'll grudgingly give the GameStop a $40 value as far as they're concerned, or a prediction, maybe 50. I don't know. Will there be any new analysts covering the stock? I have no idea. But it is undeniable that the sales were up 25% quarter over quarter, year over year. The pessimists will go, well, what do you expect, man? I mean, last year everything was closed, and this year it's all open. So you get that. You're going to get those guys. You're going to get the other guys go, yeah, but they shut down 12% of their stores, and they increased their business by 25% with only 87% of the businesses they're still running. And that's how they talk. That's exactly. I'm totally impersonating them to a T. Rich Little couldn't do any better than I did. 283 on GameStop right now, down 1956 a share. It's better than Yoko. All right, let me just tell you right now, those impressions are better than Yoko anytime. Okay, thank you, everybody. Nice to see you all here. Thank you, guys. Let's see what's going on right now. Bruce needs more than a whiteboard to explain options to me. Explain options in apples, please. Oh, man. That voice. Article came out 50 minutes ago saying GameStop has low volume today. We weren't even open. There you go. I love the surfer dude idiot voice. It's so funny. Pete, they have an excellent launch record too, except for the most recent one. But rockets are hard, and their record is still exceptional, even with the loss of the most recent one. Bruce, now say I don't know, Yogi Bear, Yogi the Ranger wouldn't like it. Real and true, dude. We will lose lots of paper hands this morning. Alex, Stock Markets with Bruce. What other voices and accents can or can't you do? DFB tweet number one. Market Realist states VACQ is a good bet and faces completion from SpaceX, or competition, I guess, from SpaceX as well as Virgin Galactic is recommended before the merger. Well, we'll see. Is that Biff Loman's impression? We know this game at GameStop. I just bought more VGAC. It's a no-brainer, so it's perfect for me. I need to look. I watch pretty much all the rocket launches these days. FYI, it's my main interest. More lasers. Is that your Tommy Chung impersonation? I hear Bullwinkle though. Can you imagine the Yogi Yoko competition? Sorry, it's all good. Well, I'm just saying. We're just kind of watching what's going on, man. We're 285. I love the Californians though. Hey, what are you doing here? I love that. 285, 286 on the GameStop shares, coming back up again. What's the high? Is it 288? High trade, 288. $4-5 from here and pops into a new high territory. We'll see. Anyway, having fun. VACQ is my sights. In my sights, it's next up. Who cares? So what? Who cares? Rookie question: why would the GameStop stock go down as such big news were to be announced? You always sell on the news. This is a typical pattern for stocks. You have the big run up in anticipation of all the hype, and then you get the anticlimactic, that's all. But then sometimes what will happen is you'll get that little dip, and then all of a sudden, but it's looking so darn good for the next time, and then it goes way up. That can happen too. I feel attacked, says Drew. Bruce Spicoli, check Cheater Chong a little bit there, Uncle B. AMC popped a little on low volume. GameStop not following. I love it when they don't go in sync. Is that your best, Owen Wilson? He's right, though. Faceplants will do this. Me too, Ashley Spicoli. Speed, the Everyday Astronaut channel recently interviewed the boss of Rocket Lab. It's worth a watch if you want to find out all about those guys. That character is more Tommy Chong. Coked Up Kramer now says GameStop is a buy even at these levels. Spicoli, oh my God, that call impersonation. Good morning, all. 10 pounds, 10 pounds sterling. Uncle B, VGAC call option buy, 1250 strike for Jan 2022 at 230. Is that a good trade? This will be my first ever option trade. Well, I will admit that that's higher than lately, but the stock now is beginning to inch a little better. It's still only 1026 at the moment. And you're still, you're 220 out of the money, but you got till January, and I'm thinking at even $15 a share, which would be nothing for this stock to reach. You are in the money, and so go ahead and get that call contract. Get your position made. Ashley is going KK. Roach on a Tree just picked up my last 90 shares to hit 200 VGAC. I plan to sell contracts 2 weeks out every week. Money conveyor belt to wallet. Yes, please. There you go. Well, I'd wait a while to get the deal done and see if it runs to the 25-30 range and then start writing 30-35s or whatever it's going to do. AMC is a popping. Don't come a knocking. $50.16 on AMC. 279, 280 on GameStop right now. Wally's World. Wait, I thought we were doing the opposite. Buy the news, sell the rumor. I'm so confused. Jen Doe, would you suggest that I still sit back and wait on my call contracts that I wrote on GameStop for 220 that expire the next week? Okay, you wrote them at 220, and we're sitting at 280 right now. Well, I would wait this out through this week for sure. Again, I don't know what they're going to do and not do. If the stock drops into the 260 range, you're still $40 in the money on your contract. But as the days go by, your contract will trade at only its actual value, its actual book value. It'll come really close to that. And if you're going to buy it back, the call, and then rewrite a new call at a higher level, a rollover, in other words, you're going to get the call, buy it back, and then go. Otherwise, you're just going to let them take your stock from you at 220. You'll get your dough plus the dough you already got on the call. Sit back and watch the stock for a dip, and then jump in if you can, and then rewrite. 279.50 right now, 278 on the stock. As I said, it can easily go today between 250 and 300 easily. I mean, it just is that way. That's the way this stock is. And we get any kind of a short attack or anything like that, maybe she'll even run down to the 240 range. And at that point, you may want to take a good hard look at buying your call back. And they're just sitting on the sidelines, see if the shares bounce back into the 250, 60 range, and then right 290s or 300s. That might be your next move. But at the moment, you still have until the 18th, and the shares are fluctuating. I don't see them going to 350 this morning. I don't see that. So the likelihood of 250 versus 350 is more in my sights, but I'm not calling it that it's going to happen. But 277.50 right now as these shares are turning over, and that's just what we're going to get today. That is what I expected. 1.4 million traded on GameStop. It's not heavy. It's not panic selling. It's not massive selling. The highest volume days were 170 million shares in January. I don't know when we're going to see 50 million shares in one day, let alone 177. 278 on the stock right now. So yeah, Jen, keep an eye on this. Keep following it. And like I say, if it does have a dip today into that 250 range, even 240, 50 range, that might be the moment you buy your call back, take the obligation off the stock, wait for the shares to do a bit of a recovery, and if they pop back into this level here, you might now write 300s for like 2 weeks out with all your stock and start bringing in some larger income. You can play that game. Let's just see what happens. All right. Okay. Paul, I'll check that out. Martin, shorter hedges. The stock price is too high right now. I think you should short sell it down some more. I want to buy more. Of course, I don't know what stock he's talking about. Thank you for being so clear. Can't wait for the classes. Also hyped up for the little IBM dividends today. Right on. Yeah, IBM dividends coming out, and company's working really well. Benny, what are you doing here, chat? I keep in here on the 101 and took the 401. And Rob, Goldman changes to buy and Kramer switches on a dime. Great. Jay saw talking about rockets. My pick is one of the SpaceX rockets that blew up at Boca Chica in Texas. That's how close we drive by SpaceX on the way to the beach. Oh yeah, post-merger contracts only. Leon, 1058 for VACQ is still going to happen within a week, right? VACQ. I have not heard for VACQ's takeover. I've heard for Virgin, VGAC. Today is the day for the shareholder meeting on VGAC. I don't know of a vote for VACQ, so I don't know what you're thinking about, Leon. Waffle Jason, that's cool. Leon, today is VGAC day. That's right. How's SoFi doing? I haven't seen a date for VACQ either. Carlos, Jen, that's gotta hurt. Here I'm worried about the IBM call. I might lose $2 a share on. Jay, Pete McCullough, Jay say, well, paint me green and call me a jellyfish. MHII, what are your thoughts about selling covered calls on the various SPACs shares you like? I like the idea after their merger and after they go up to the $30 level. Yes, I'm interested. I'm not interested under $20 a share in any circumstances whatsoever at this time. Oh, Waffle, you guys remember that flat Earth guy tried to make his own rocket and plummeted on camera. Alex, it looks more like a pickup truck than a rocket. Leon, VACQ, not VGAC. Devil, it popping down 4 cents, popping down 4 cents, 22.79. Aaron, 272.30 is SSR, and not that it means much anymore. That's true. If the shares did break down by 10%, they would be on short sale. Pardon me, said folks. I got to get naked again. Love taking off my clothes on camera. It's one of my greatest thrills, excitements. I get up first thing in the morning. I can't wait. I got a new shirt on today too. I got another brand new shirt here. I picked up a bunch of my shirts on Redbubble, just white only. And this one here is the Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce logo that I use on my cup here and any either ends. I gotta untuck my shirt. There we go. Yeah. So these are pretty cool. I like them in white. Matches my mug. So I picked up a few of these the other day, and expanding my on-air wardrobe, as it were. Gotta always look fresh. 275, 274, 273 on Gamestop. Boom, boom, boom. Just watching the trade here. 273 is the low of the day, and this is approaching quickly the SSR, the short sale restricted price, where shorters will have difficulty slamming the stock down if they wanted to make it back off. How about that? Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. Here we go. Yeah, 272.30 is the actual SSR price, and we're just about there. 273 right now. Low of the day, 272.50. Just about there. Watching for that. Support at 270. The holy line is 246. If you stand in line for fish tacos on a beach, you will 100% hear that voice here in California. Hey, man, what's happening? Yeah, dude. Yeah, I believe it. Bruce, regarding that call buyback scenario, it is usually best to just get exercised and hope to buy back in with zero commissions and a potential dip in price. That is another strategy. But when you have a call contract well out of the money, like if you've written a call and the stock has really run on you and gone beyond you, you're looking for it to come back a long way. Now, GameStop is completely capable of doing this. We know this stock very well. But you have to kind of decide how you want to play it. If you do buy the call back and you've already figured out in your mind, well, yeah, I'm going to buy this one back, but when I do, I'm going to sell this one over here. I'm selling a call 3 weeks out from now or a month out from now at a certain price, which is worth more money than what I'm going to pay to get this one, or at least even. And so I don't get any new cash in, but my stock will not be exercised at this price. It could be exercised at this higher price because I'm writing a much higher call contract exercise price on the contract. So that is also, probably cooking here, and that's what should be going on. I know this has been asked before, but what is the date for FAII? It's in 5 days. Next Tuesday, 5 days from now. Fish taco sounds pretty good. I'm feeling comfy with my VGAC. I just don't have any VACQ. VGAC is now 10.34, up 17 cents. VACQ is 10.64, up a penny. 22.65 on SoFi, down only 6 cents on the day now. SoFi has been as high as 22.95 today, just a little while ago. So we're around the break-even line. We're doing a lot better than lately. Good to see. GameStop 275.50 now, pushing 276. AMC at 50.78, up $1.44. Gore 15.76, down only 11 cents. VGAC 10.35 today is VGAC shareholder vote day. You are the best, Uncle B. Thank you. You bet, Jane. You bet, Jen. We're watching out for you. Danielle, Bruce, have you ever looked into the SPAC FRX? If so, I have not. I have no thoughts. James, anyone listening in on the conference SoFi is taking part in today? I'm not. Won't be. Benny, you won't be disappointed. Any hit SoFi? What, I don't know what that means. Derek, okay, I got to get back to work. Call me when. When we moon, okay, buddy, we'll do that. Oh, we're mooning. Never mind. We got a peeler. Aaron, Bruce, did you receive my second email this morning with the stock list similar to the SPAC list I sent yesterday? Hope it's helpful. Hopefully, I'm happy to do these little things. You help me a lot. Are you talking about this stuff right here? Are you talking about this? Are you talking about that? Because if that's what you're talking about, I got them. Yeah, they're right here. Bruce's stock and ETF picks. There's Bruce's stock picks. And then here are Bruce's ETF picks. If that's what you're talking about, if that's what it is, I got it. Yeah, man. And I thank you. All right. Woohoo, says Rob. Bruce, are you blending into your shirt? What's going on here? Actually, I need to get my FUPM communication swag order. I have no idea what that means. This is very, very complicated secret codes. Matches your mug and your shirt and your mug. Matches your mug and your mug. How about that? I'll do what I can. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah, 274.55 on GameStop right now. SoFi, 22.67, down 4 cents. AMC up $1. Gore's down 12 cents. VGAC up 18 cents to 10.35. Vector up 3 cents. Navsite up 4. Fortress up a penny. There's a few gains here and there on our SPACs. Just little things, but, we're starting. Hitting SSR early could help when you attack the stock later today in the queue. Almost at 1,000 likes. Is that true? Are we really there? Yeah, we're at 1,000 likes. Thank goodness for that. Don't have to play it, Ryoko. Do you think it's the shorters, Bruce? I'm not sure about that. My VGAC 15 January calls are up 200%, and they're still 5 out of the money. Yeah, there are people getting ready to party on 23andMe. Get ready. Rob, I think my favorite part of watching Uncle Bruce is when he just stretches or blows his nose. Makes me thankful to have him in my life. Fish tacos. Hairless? What? They'll just continue to short all the ETFs that contain GameStop like they did yesterday. And Sonata fish tacos are the best. Let's see here, Carlos. If you wrote a 220, then you should also be happy selling it at 220 plus the premium. You still win. Shouldn't be sad about the possible gains. Well, that's right. If you sold the contract at 220, the stock might have been at 170, 180 at the time, though. But maybe you brought in $10 or $12 or $15. So you brought that in. You're getting 235. If the shares are trading at 275, you're going to have to pay a premium to get these calls back. But if you did, and you're now selling $300 calls or 320s a month out from now, you might bring in, $35 in premiums. I'm not sure if the numbers, I'm not looking at the numbers, I'm just guessing, but you could bring in a nice chunk of premiums to help offset the cost of the call and lift up your exercise price, which means, of course, your stock is going to be taken out at a higher level if you ever had that happen to you. 5-day sweet bought FAI today and more. VGAC. Wendy, has anyone here had trouble writing call contracts on GameStop with TD? I tried, and they were rejected, saying they were too volatile, and I had to call in and place the order with a representative. They do, and they have been asking for people to call in the orders. That has been a pain in the rear, but they are doing it. It's worth your while, especially if there's a high premium involved. You definitely want to force the issue and phone those guys and insist that you are allowed to do it. But hopefully they'll wake up and allow you to do it. Drew woke up, set a buy order for 272.30. Just got filled. 270. Got it. You got it. Right on. Wheat Wild. 15 shekels. Uncle Bruce, my SoFi January 22, 17.5 calls finally updated on my trading platform after more than a week. Unbelievably ridiculous. I have 5 Gores Feb 22 $20 calls waiting for the 195 limit to hit, hoping they'll come to you. Okay, gotcha. Right on. Alrighty, fish cakes got the 1,000 thumbs up now. Just need a bagel to get these stocks moving. Wally, Uncle Bruce wearing a white shirt. Colin, shaved clean, just feels like a so-so day. Or is it a SoFi day? Yeah. SSR, we're there to 271.43. I think we're just about there on SSR. We've dropped enough on the stock. Yeah, 270 on GameStop. Now at 270, we're 10% down on the day or more, which puts restriction on GameStop shorting today and tomorrow. And so you can't short the stock with market sell orders. You can only short on uptick trades, which means if the last trade is 271.60, you can only short it at 271.61 or higher. You can't hit that bid. If it's at 270 a share, you can't hit it at 269.99. You can only offer it at 271. 270.01 or whatever. A penny higher than the last trade is the restriction now, and that means you can't just hit whatever bid you can find and drive it down willy-nilly. No willy-nilliness anymore today or tomorrow. Nelson GameStop on SSR. We're all used to this. There you go. And there we go. All right. VGAC with some movement. VGAC 1038 up 22. Getting richer. You're getting richer on your VGAC. How about that? Wendy, what calls are you trying to write right now? Eddie, Aaron, banners. Thanks, man. Let's go. BF, my VGAC calls up 122%, $1,000. Not too shabby as we stay around here. 1038, looking good. People are getting a whiff that there might be some movement coming on this thing, of course. 1039 now. Awesome work. A slow start today for me. What did I miss? Is GameStop at what, 500 yet? Or is it going to go to 250 first and then go to 500? Well, I might be doing that. We're at 270. Mug shirt. The shirt mug. BF. They haven't even merged yet. Aaron, thanks, guys. Bruce has helped me make a lot of money. Willing to give him some of my resources back in return with the membership and a few donations. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you all of you who do that for me. It's Jen and I love you for that. Wendy, 116 covered calls on GameStop for $400 by next Friday. They said all GameStop is considered volatile. So she's trying to write covered calls on GameStop at $400 a share by next Friday. And that's a conservative trade with the stock at 268. But by not letting her do it half an hour ago when the stock was 275, they're costing her money. And that's the problem. The stock drops, the premiums drop, you see. But, maybe not so much on the 400. But nonetheless, you're trying to bring in some decent cash, and you got to go through hoops. I think he's ready for grape jelly. The thing is that, certain brokerage firms will allow you to do it online. Others make you phone it in. It's ridiculous. You either offer a platform trading service or you don't. And where's the SEC investigating this? I don't see them. I don't see them anywhere investigating this. To protect investors and traders, I don't see the protection being done here by the SEC. All I hear is that the SEC is asking GameStop for documents related to their trading. Well, okay, SEC, why don't you call for documents from Robinhood regarding their not allowing investors to buy stock? How about that document about across like 15 different stocks and all the other brokerage houses that refused customer orders back in January? Maybe you can check that out. It's not the public company's fault that the stock traded the way it traded. It's the stock brokerage firm's fault for not executing orders on behalf of clients. These guys at the SEC just kill me, man. They really just kill me. VGAC, big day of 1042 up a quarter. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Uncle Bruce. When a stock is shorted like GameStop, it is, wouldn't the brokerage and the board, what? Uncle Bruce, when a stock is borrowed like GameStop, wouldn't the brokerage firms want the stock back so they could sell it and make a killing, or do they want more to get? The brokerage firm doesn't own the stock. It's not their stock. If a client wants to short stock and they're borrowing stock from a brokerage firm, it's because a brokerage firm has borrowed the stock from somebody else to lend to you. The brokerage firm is the middleman. They're like the bookie. They don't play the game. They don't play the football game. They just take wagering on the game. They got the guys who think this team's going to win, and they got the guys who think this team's going to win, and they're going to set the odds and collect the cash, and at the end of the game, hand out to the winners and keep what's left for themselves. Brokerage firms are borrowing GameStop shares from whoever has it long to lend it to those who want to borrow it to go short. The shorters pay an interest rate on the value of the stock they're borrowing to the broker. The broker pays a lower interest rate to the person or entity they're borrowing it from, and they make a spread on the difference. The brokerage firm is always taking a cut of the action. They're taking a cut of the action every time you buy and every time you sell some stock as well. Now, if you're buying and selling $500 worth of stock, brokerage firms are taking slivers of pennies off of you. You're trading thousands of dollars in stock, they might be getting a couple of bucks out of you either side. But it's a whole lot better than in the old days when you had to call me to make an order, and it took 15 minutes for you to call me, for me to get the order in, to get the order filled, to get back to you and let you know what's going on, and you paid me 3% commission in and out. You're not doing that anymore. So it's a much better deal. But brokerage firms are taking a slice of the action on the interest rate costs in and out on these deals. They don't hold stock of their own. They're just brokers. They're middlemen. They're brokers. They're brokeraging it. So word is, hedge funds have been delaying orders for days, if not weeks, maybe longer, putting our money to sleep. Would anyone agree with that? I don't think so. Daniel, VGAC meeting time? I don't know. What is your bagel preference today? I don't know. Bagel mugshot. I've got my first Uncle Bruce laugh. The day is complete. Rob, I covered a one call contract. Strike 400 expires next Friday. Not even a large price. It's not even a large price. So I got one done. Rob, Wendy, that's not crazy. Probably a technical issue with your account then. Just call them. Give them a call. Wendy, Rob, I did call them, and that's what they told me. Are you on TD? Cheers from Nikolai. Not calling anyone on Webull. We are hit the SSR. 272.38 on the stock now, GameStop. That's where we're at the moment. All right. Doubt it'll happen. But I had $40 buying power sitting around, and I put in 4 bids for September FAII $15 calls at 10 cents a share, laughing out loud. Yeah, good luck with that. William, the hedgies are heading to the slaughterhouses. Very low SoFi volume so far. SoFi is down 22 cents at 22.49. This is actually towards the low at 22.27. It just hit it a few minutes ago. It's bounced back, actually. 898,000 shares. No volume on SoFi today to get worried about. Yeah, just very quiet trading. 273 now on GameStop. The low of the day has been 268 on GameStop. AMC 49.48 up 14 cents. Gores is down 23 cents. VGAC 10.42 up 24 cents. Fifth Wall at unchanged at 11.15. Vector Acquisition down a nickel 10.58. Navstar up 3 cents. Starboard unchanged. Fortress down a penny. Not much going on there. Dow up 2.37. Looking good. Walgreens extends pharmacy hours on Fridays for walk-in vaccinations. And even though there's a pickup in inflation, stocks are higher. The Dow up 238, S&P up 29, NASDAQ up 110. Looks like 110 on NASDAQ. All right, there you go. Great gig. Wendy, I'm on TD and I had to call too. It's easy to do and they waived the broker fee. Oh, good. Let's hope it's 270 support level holds. Uncle Bruce, when do you think ETFs will start adding SoFi to their funds? Yeah, I don't know. Not long, but I don't know. Each one has their own rules and timing and all that. Wendy, yes, you might need to upgrade your account. I had to change my cash account to an options-enabled account. If you were in California, convert it to a TFSA cash and have fun tax-free. Multi-dog, William, my name is Bill Lackey. Dougie, willy-nilliness. James, I think there's a mass sell-off of GameStop happening from Redditors. They were hoping for more shares counted than in existence, and it didn't happen. And that could be. I don't know. I'm not saying that's it, but that could be it. We all wonder. There were probably a lot of people in GameStop lately really looking for a mega hype announcement that would really take it to 500 a share. Maybe they were thinking a mega squeeze. Maybe they were thinking an AMC story where AMC went from 12 to 76. And maybe they were hoping GameStop from 160 to 220 to 250 to 200 to 300 to 500 to 700. Maybe they were hoping for that. It's not happening. Dinosaur, so my VGAC shares are up 1%, while my VGAC contracts are up 200%. Starting to see how this works. Yes, well, again, more people are trying to get into the contracts because they want that leverage. And once the shares begin to really go, they go up $1 a day. You're going to make a lot of money here. You're going to see some serious money being made. William, are you my father? Mike, multi-dog, dip. Sean, Uncle Bruce, I'm in on all your SPAC calls and I'm loving it. Anytime frame on when you might look at a few more for I'll let you know any time frame. I have nothing set in stone, so when I have something you'll hear about it. Oh yeah, Mike. Wendy, thanks for the info. I'm mad because of the wasted time. I lost $500 on the price, and that is a legitimate beef that you have to call these morons to get a trade in, and you're losing the trade. That's really upsetting. and they're not going to compensate you for that. That is absolutely garbage. Exactly. Call a $15 call for Jan 22. Best time to sell. Best time to sell. You're not selling $50 VGA. Wait for it to go to $30 a share. We'll talk to you then. Connor, what's up with GameStop this AM? It goes up, goes down. Jorge, $50 call contracts, 50 call contracts on VGAC to the moon. Nice going, Jorge. Jane, did someone say Welch's grape jelly? Make it happen, Connor. Typical reaction to good news. Connor, laughing it's so true. Bill, if GameStop is selling a bunch of their shares from the vault, I would assume the SEC would ask for some papers. Well, of course, they filed their notice of issuing from time to time at market up to 5 million shares from their treasury, like they did a couple months ago, 3.5 million shares, like AMC did last week twice in a week. They could have already sold the stock. While we're yapping here, AMC might be selling 5 million shares right now between 270 and 280 all morning. I don't know. It could be done already. I don't think so, but they could be on it. We've got 2.8 million going through already. Maybe they decided to sell 1 million this morning or 2 million. They've done it, and they might sell 3 million later. I don't know. Whenever they are going to do it, they're going to do it, and we're going to hear about it after the fact. That's just the way it is on the markets. Again, I don't have a problem with these guys taking money off the table. I don't. I like the company to be really cash rich because you're much more powerful now. And now you can cut deals to your advantage. So yeah, let's see. Rob, definitely happy at 220 plus premium, $1,700. I wrote the call contract back when it was 160. I just like it better when I'm not exercised though. Right on. Well, there you go. That's 237 if you get taken out. So, if these shares reach 237, you're even on the whole deal. I mean, you're up from 160 to here, of course, at 237. But right now, 272 is where we're at. The low of the day, 268. Okay. The SEC just made something rules to ensure market makers. Gimme Saturdays, Welch's. What are we thinking here for VGAC end of the day? $11, $12? I mean, what do we think? We're at 10:45 now. No guesses. We're just going to ride it. We're just going to enjoy it and watch it turn into 23andMe and then start riding that stock next week. And oh my, 23andMe with 950 million cash in its hands and a whole bunch of announcements ready to go. Oh my. This stock is a memory down here. In my humble opinion, you're going to wish you could bet this at 10:45 next week. You're going to say, I should have got more. Why didn't I do it? Jane Doe, that's awesome. With a premium, you lowered your average by $17 as well. So buying back at 270 with a premium, it's going to make you ahead. There you are. Bought some GameStop. Oops, SEC made sure the market makers' backs are covered. Rob, Jen Doe, after you buy your shares back, wait for the next big run and write high premium contracts. Then watch the stock dip again, buy back your contracts, rinse and repeat. Wrong vertical says red. Joe, funny how the retail investors is to blame for everything when these hedge funds will stop at nothing to get what they want, even if it's an illegal practice. Isn't it funny though? Isn't it? Wally, Tesla live streaming Model S Plaid, first delivery tonight at market close, 8 p.m. Eastern time. 0 to 60, 1.99 seconds, 200 mile on top speed, 1,020 horsepower, just yummy. Get 2 green ones, Uncle Bruce. Oh my gosh. Rob, round robin wheel. VGAC, Bama buy. We're now at 10:45. Bama buy. Yeah, you got it. Jane, still not able to buy contracts on VACQ at Schwab. Yeah, I don't think they have any, right? Aaron, imagine if we rally and finish a little green today on GameStop. Donnie, Uncle Bruce, have 23 1250 VGAC calls. 35-cent premium expires next Friday. When should I sell them? What should I do? Okay, so you've got 23 contracts at 1250. Okay, well, you're going to wait till Tuesday or Wednesday. That's your day because obviously the 23andMe changeover will have been done. Hopefully for you, you need a miracle, but can the shares go to 1250, 1350? Can you get out at a couple of bucks? We'll see. You're not doing anything now. JW, Jane Doe, nothing at TD yet either. Wendy, hey, Uncle B, thanks for the rant. I did the same thing on the phone with the guy, and he asked me to message them Ugh. Yeah, I know. It's crap. Robert, been in and out of your daily streams. Been a busy week. What's the good news on options investment classes? Working on it. Working on it. We'll keep you posted when we know. They will happen, and we are going to set up a series of them and limited participation for live class sessions. Not too many people allowed in, so that we keep it intimate, and then we will edit those and paste them up on our. I'll post them on our website, and then you can watch those at your leisure and get the condensed version and learn and get richer, get smarter and get richer, and that's how it's going to go right now. Okay, Visceral, sorry if I missed it. There's a CNBC narrative about GameStop being investigated by the SEC. It's not being investigated by the SEC. No. They've been asked if they would cooperate with the SEC because they are investigating the trading of all the stock back in January for all the stocks, including GameStop. And GameStop has said, yeah, whatever you want. We got nothing to hide. We didn't run our market. We didn't restrict people from trading our stock. We didn't call margin rules on our stock. But we're more than happy to show you whatever we can show you. Maybe you want to talk to Robinhood. Maybe you want to go to Fidelity. Maybe you want to go to Webull. Maybe you want to go to all these brokers that restricted trading in our stock. Maybe you can let us know what happened there. Let us know what happened. Yeah, they're not investigating the company, all right? Get this through your heads, people. GameStop did nothing wrong. 99.99% of you know that. 0.1% of you may not know that, or you're misreading it. Now, I get upset when I see that comment. I'm not mad at Visceral. I am not angry. I just get angry when I see these headlines on CNBC's ticker as if GameStop is to blame, as if retail investors are the problem. I get upset with that because you guys are the good guys. And so let's see what happens. Jane Doe, JW, I disagree with that. They need to investigate the targeted ETF short after hours yesterday. Y'all not Redditors. No one's selling. Still not true. Still not true. Signed up with SoFi and now buying some more VACQ and WKHS. Pretty cool app. All right, William. Not at all. James Gunn. Super Stonk is like the top 10 Reddit sub. Kayla. July NFT announcement is expected. Ooh, that could be interesting. Rainin, sir. I'm not selling this thing. There's no way I'm selling. That is FUD talk. No one is selling. Nope, not true. All righty. Aaron, James, I don't think so, man. There will be a few selling, but not enough to impact the price like this. By now, most are diamond-handed with GameStop. I've talked about this already on the show. There's probably 1.5 million to 2 million holders of this stock. None of you guys are using rent money, grocery money to hold it. And so it's not coming out from here. Might it happen? We don't know that there weren't more counted than existed. That report count was adjusted. Who cares? Wrong. We ain't selling, bro. Mass sell-off. What? This stock was just at 140s, wasn't it? Gregory, hi, Bruce. I have limit orders for options in at 5 cents above the bid price as advertised, as advised. They have not been filled for the past couple of days. What do I do? Do I just sit tight? Yeah, you just sit tight. You're the buyer. You got the money. They want the money. They got to come to you. You're the best buyer. No need to go higher. You're the top gun. Let them come to you. No one is selling. Redditors aren't selling. That's FUD. These apes aren't going anywhere. Christina, exactly, James. You just showed your cards. We know you're spreading FUD. Michael M. James, FUD gun. No Reddit. No Reddit knows the vote count is shaped by the vote counters. They are set up not to submit overvotes. Bill. How true? Javier, yep, it was shorting the ETFs with GameStop that had the massive dip. Reddit buying more. Now, I don't know what this means. Can't sell aftermarket. The Credit Savage says, Uncle Bruce, good morning. Man, you were so right. I put in a bid at the low end for the FAII $10 for November, 170 when the high was 190, and they wanted 180. So I put in my own bid at 170, and they took it. And I saved $10. There you go. This is it. You got to be you got to be nasty. You got to be selfish. You have to be ruthless in this market. That's what this is. This is psychological warfare. Every order you do is psychological warfare, either with you being the instigator or the antagonist or being antagonized. You're on one side of it or the other. And when you're a buyer, you buy at your price. When you're a seller, you sell at the price you want. Do not hit market offers and don't hit market bids. Oh no. No. Take the spread your direction, baby. So if a contract, an option contract, is 130 to 160, then you're a seller. You put it in at 155. You're a buyer at 130.60. You put it in a buyer at 135. You're first in line. You're the highest prepared to pay buyer. That's it. Come hit me, baby. Unless someone outbids you, you sit there. Yeah. Same thing on the sell side. Someone undercuts you, then you think about it. But if the stock is going up, you're trying to buy a contract or sell a contract. You're trying to sell a contract, and the market is going up, and you're trying to get out at 155, and it's not happening, and the bid is coming up to 130 to 135 to 140, but no one's taking you out, and the stock has gone up. You kill that sell order, and then you take a look at what the highest sell order is now. What's the cheapest sell order now that you've taken out? Yours. And you may find that the market is 145 to 175. Now you come in at 170. Or it might be 135 to 185. You come in at 180. You're pulling the string because the stock is going up. Same thing on the buy side. If you're trying to buy a stock and the stock is dropping, you might drop your buy order. Back you go. You pull it back. Don't be greedy, and don't be giving anybody a freebie. Here's an extra $15 a contract for you. Oh no, you don't do that. What are you nuts? Especially if you're trying to buy 10 or 20 of them. Now you're talking $150, $300 out of your pocket. You don't do that. No. You are a nasty buyer and you're a nasty seller because it's your money. It's only money, but everybody needs it. Don't give away the farm. Thomas, exactly. I've been sitting on this for months. Ain't going anywhere. Odin Pumpkins, GameStop can't put higher numbers than available. I did see there were 54 million votes. I think that's the float, but I'm not sure. Uncle P can confirm. Probably saw the due diligence on Reddit with the 8K for source. Uncle Bruce, has been a week. When will SoFi hit 400, please? I'm in a hurry. I've got important meetings. I got people I got to go see. I may have made a couple of promises. I could kind of use a shot here. 22.29 is not going to cut it. Can you tell me when will the stock go up 20 times higher than where it is right now? And could you be like kind of specific? I'd really like to kind of maybe put it in writing. That would be better. Janie, Reddit isn't selling. This is a short attack on low volume with ETF shorts. 22.30 on SoFi, 272.54 on GameStop. I'm going to buy more after Jimmy's comment. Every ETF holding GameStop was heavily shorted, some as much as 40 to 90%. Michael, James, Hedges, pay my bills gun. We aren't going anywhere. Z, thank you. Yep, Reddit definitely not selling. Definitely isn't selling. James, son of Ken Gunn. Can we get that ETF list? I might want to go along on those guys. Zhao, yeah, okay. Laughing out loud. There are 5 million shares being sold from GameStop through the coming days, as well as usual selling. All good. Well, like I say, they're going to raise cash, and 3,100,000 have traded now today already, and it is possible. It could be happening that right now, while we are here talking about what's happening right now, GameStop could be issuing stock through their broker for cash right now. It could have been happening all morning. I don't know. We'll find out. Same Nova, S&P 500 hit a record high. How about that? GameStop has to provide papers when selling shares from the vault, but hedge funds can naked short millions without reporting. That's right. That's exactly right. And the SEC will do nothing to change that rule because the hedge funds want to keep it that way. Because they're not there to worry about the good quality, highfalutin hedge fund people. They want to take a look at those sneaky buggers called retail investors. They're the shenanigan producers. They're the ones. Yeah, Bama babe. I also read that many day traders play the earnings report game and create volume 2-3 days prior onto earning report. Then they get out and take profits. Sounded plausible to me. Well, you sell on the news. That's the game. They would have had $2.5 billion in cash. Cash. You say acquisitions? Could be. Hi there, Jen. How are you? How's it going?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm working here, just grinding.
New white shirt.
I got another one. Got another white shirt on today. Stock markets with Uncle Bruce today. Yep, mm-hmm. Matching my cup. Oh, they said that the mug matches the mug and the shirt. How about that?
Hey, you work with what you got.
You work with the mug you got. The mug for radio. That's what we're doing. So yeah, what's happening today?
Not much, really.
No, not much. We're working behind the scenes on these courses, these classes.
Doing laundry.
We're doing laundry today. Doing laundry too. There's things being done here. Always being done behind the scenes. GameStop names former Amazon employees the CEO and CFO. There you go. They're talking about GameStop on CNBC. There you have it. 273 on the stock, up $5 from the low of the day. That's where it's at right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
I hear the SEC is going to investigate how they had more votes than they actually have stock. How could that work?
That's odd.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's weird.
So apparently the SEC is going
to
have a probe into it.
They're going to look into that?
Is that like a royal commission? God help us.
God help us have no. If you ever get a job, you ever want to get like the best job in the world, you get a job on a royal commission. That's the job of jobs. Those can last like years.
Oh, yeah.
5
years.
They can last longer than governments last in turnover. And as a member of a royal commission, you can make like $2,000 a day, 7 days a week during the length of the commission.
And then you come out and you say, okay, we've decided the sky is blue.
We've decided the sky's blue.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $50 million to help look into that.
Yeah. And we're just standing here shaking our head going,
really?
What?
We paid how much for that?
Why do I have one?
Why are we doing that?
I want a royal
What's a royal commission? This is a royal commission. You have to believe it's royal. Oh, it's royal, all right.
It's royal.
Really royal. I'm thinking a bagel today.
Are you?
I'm thinking a bagel today, nice and toasted.
Okay.
With the honey mustard mayo on it.
Oh.
And a whole bunch of layers of meat.
Going for the just gonna blow up. Okay.
The meat bagel extravaganza.
The all meat special.
The all meat special.
Okay.
That's where I'm leaning this morning. I got Welch's, but I'm not going to blow it all in 2 days. I'm going to make it last. I only got 2 jars of the stuff. It's got to ration this out for the next 5 years. Russell 2000 and all ETFs containing GameStop. Ashley was saying Kang. I don't know if she's saying. Moving on. Welcome all. Thank you everybody for being here. Where are my comments? Oh my gosh, I can't keep up. Oh, I've lost all my comments here. Oh my gosh. Morning, Uncle B. Chris. So I know options available for FWA. I don't know. I've answered this question a million times already. We don't know. They'll be around though. I think we're selling like last time. It's a good thing. Bobster here. Hey, Uncle B. I bought my first put last week for AMC on January. I've never been so nervous, but I always say if you can't pay, don't play. There you go. Let's see what happens. Almost 1050 on VGAC. 1068 is where we're on now on VGAC. Not even near 1050 anymore. How about that? Holding 1100 VGAC and January. $10 contracts on VGAC. Should I write short-term contracts against my shares to generate income or just sit on it? First name, last name. You're not doing nothing. You talk to me when they're $30 a share, and then we'll talk to you about writing contracts. Bruce, I think I've decided I'm only going to sell stocks on Saturdays. That's all I'm going to do, man. Nick, I need some GU celebrate my whatever. Random retro. Uncle Bruce, can you take a look at the star thing? A bunch of it. It's I have no time. Carlos, the only downside to following Bruce's advice is that I just have way too many market watch tabs open on my browser. It's a lot of scroll through though. You're working now. You're a hedge fund manager now. AB, no option chain on VACQ exists anywhere just yet. Believe me, we'll see what happens. Me to Blair. You know what I heard? Reddit retail people are all Diamond, Gorilla, and Diamond. Dan Hammer at 4'8". Bruce can't even reach the pedal, so he doesn't drive. Jen does all the driving. Video James. They flash crashed GameStop right into my account. How about that? 272 right now on the stock. AMC at $50. VGAC 1080. 1080 on VGAC. Going higher. Eric, what do you think of October 10 call on Chow? I have no idea what this is. This is the biggest FUD ever. Do you have any recommendations on VGAC calls? Buy them all. Buy every one of them. Get them January and later. Buy them. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. I knew it was BS. Just needs to hear you get all fired up. This BS narrative, they are trying to make it look like they're involved in manipulating it upward. Wally, Visceral, yeah, GameStop is driving their own stock into the dirt. Oh, wait, that might have been happening prior to this year. Get a clue, Bub. Blair, yes, but get him a full autopilot option so he doesn't have to reach the pedals. Or you're talking about my Tesla. That's what you're doing. You're talking about my Tesla. Oh, man. Edward, Uncle Bruce, you plan to move your live streams to your website as well once it's up and running? No, wasn't planning on that. Just planning to do the classes and then upload the private classes to the website and keep doing my live work here. I hadn't had any other plan. Dougie, did Fidelity restrict trading on GameStop? It doesn't look like it. And CMC could drive GameStop down, an opportunity to buy the dip. I get upset about it too. I thought they were good. Yay, Uncle B isn't mad at me. Woo-hoo. They keep doing everything right and makes them mad. AB, there are no options on SoFi app. I don't know why even dinosaur trading platforms haven't. Give them a couple more days. They'll get it. Wally, sorry, Visceral Live. Me not mad either. First German short views reaction. I guess you are good. Bring that news to the world and the truth will find it. I'm not dead. I'm not a dead cat. Sure not. They didn't sell at 350, 450. Why would they sell now after holding it for months? Bought more GameStop cash. Thank you. Rick Riaco, the numbers are always adjusted due to the quorum needed for meeting. Otherwise contested. I doubt very much Reddit are selling. They've read the due diligence. All right. VGAC 1077 up 60 cents. Gore is down 24 cents. GameStop at 271. SoFi 2219 down 52 cents. All good, homie, says Wally's World. Visceral. Okay, SoFi taking a hit. Ain't selling, but I'm buying. Somehow just landed 4 contracts. October 15, VGAC 1250 at 180, up to 20 contracts now. Way to go. Dave, Uncle Bruce, switching gears. What stocks, ETFs would you look at to take advantage of the current chip shortage? I mean to recall you had 1 or 2. So you want to look at the ETF. You want to look at that one. That would be the Vanik Vectors, SMH. And then you want to look at stocks like Intel. You want to take a look at stocks like Micron. And you want to look at call contracts on those guys. And go way out. Take a look at those. Alex, SMH, the Silicon ETF. Visceral, Uncle Bruce is related to Merv Albert. Just changes the spread, baby. Yes. No, I don't think so. Bill, if the price goes lower, we'll break open my piggy bank and buy a few more GameStop shares. Josh, same. I asked for nickel above the bid for 4 calls and saved $40. Wally's World, like a junkyard dog. Mine. You want my bone, you not gonna get it. Jack or Jill, you a Humpty Dumpty if you think you will. Woof, woof. Oh my God, I can't believe I say that. Muted Nation UK, Uncle B, what's the deal now with SoFi? You buy it low, which is now, and you ride it higher, which is soon, and then you sell a little bit later and go, I love it. That's what you do. Nasty and Sassy, best bet. VJC is climbing. 1092 up 75 cents. Call me Miss Jackson. Nasty. 1058. No, 1092. Breaking news. Sassy Bruce calls his viewers nasty. David, he recommends SMH. Socks is worth a look too. Good morning, Jen. Thumbs. Por favor. Hedgies, short those ETFs and go long in all positions besides GameStop. Boom, short GameStop. Peter Z, new member. Welcome, Peter Z. SMH top holding is SMM 15%. That would be Taiwan Semiconductor. Welcome, Peter, says Fergan. Welcome, Peter. Welcome. Good morning, Peter. Welcome, Peter. Welcome, Peter. Oh, yay. Woohoo. Morning, Auntie Jen. The star of the show is here. Morning, Jen. Bruce, looking forward to a good dip as you eat your morning bagel. Good morning, Jen. Welcome, Peter. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Peter. Welcome. Everyone's welcome, everybody. You know what's going on here. You know the routine. Rick Felton is also a new member. Welcome, Rick Felton, to the gang today. I promised myself once you help me make $1,000, I'd join in. Been following you for months, and you are awesome. Thank you, Peter Z. Welcome, Rick. Danielle, Super Stonk AMA with West Christian noted that when there's an overvote, many brokers will artificially normalize, average the vote to the float. Keep calm. Vote totals are good. Barry T, what happens if I have a call in the money and I don't do anything before it expires? Does it expire at market open or close on the day of expiry? It'll expire on you. You must sell it for your money. Sell it for a profit, and don't wait till the last day if you got a nice profit, especially with premium on top of it. I'm trying to do the best I can for you guys. Thank you, everyone, for the warm welcome. Hi, Peter, Rick. How you doing, buddies? Guys, welcome. Bought the dip. Nice. Thanks, Uncle B. My one call for VGAC January 22 is up 100%. VGAC right now, Virgin Group, $11.12, up 95 cents. And look what arrived. The bagel is here. Yay. Thank you, Miss Jen. so much. That is awesome
A little
sauce.
pile of napkins.
Got me the
down there.
nappies. I got the bagels, and the VGAC is taking off up $1.04 to $11.21. Today is VGAC vote day.
There you go.
Shareholder vote day today. 5 days from now, FAII, the next one.
There you go.
Fantastic. So people are making money in VGAC right now, and I'm really happy about that.
I'm sure we'll get lots of attention with Richard Branson.
Yes, I think it will. It'll get a ton of attention with Richard Branson. I am certain of that. Fantastic. Mike Sullivan, good morning from sunny Ormond Beach, Florida. Jen, good morning to you. And Jen has work to do this morning. Jen has to pack up one of these guys right here. Jen has to pack up one of these cell phone amplifiers because Mr. Mike Sullivan acquired one of these, and we are sending it to Florida today.
To Florida.
Yeah, this guy's going to get himself suntan right here. That's right. So, Mike,
It's very nice in Florida.
cell phone amp coming out today, buddy, just like we promised. Fantastic, man. Thank you for ordering one of those. If you would like one of these cell phone amplifiers from either my channel up here or my Traveling with Bruce channel, send a donation on PayPal. $60 US will get you one airmail to you anywhere in the world, and we love you.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere. I mean, anywhere. Oh, yeah, man. Thank you, one and all. Oh, man, we got a bagel going here. We got VGAC 1107, 1104. We're looking good on VGAC. No problems. Let's see how high the stock can go. How good is this? Real good. Oh, yeah. Real good. Jen knows what's up. Bagel, bagel, bagel. VGAC 1110. Woot. Oh, we're going to have fun. Looking forward to the classes. Me too. Looking forward to doing those classes. We just received the whiteboard. It has arrived from Amazon. We got the whiteboard in. So we're looking forward to the classes. Getting all this stuff set up here, bit by bit by bit. Layers of meat on a bagel. Ooh, yeah. Bruce is having the heart stopper. Look out, hedge funds. Buy high, sell higher. New member. Thank you, new member. Buy high, sell higher. Yeah. VGAC, it's going. Do they have guacamole in Canada? Yeah, California guacamole. We import it. Oh, sure. I love Bruce. VGAC is a poppin'. 1110 right now, 1111 going higher. Welcome, buy high. And I love the stocks. Would you recommend to look at many technical analysis indicators? You can always look at them. I can't interpret them for you, but you can always look at them. SoFi at 2209. Get it while it's cheap. That's right, 2205. It's a dip. Pick it up. Sean and Wendy, God is amazing. Hi, Auntie Jen. The news you shared with Uncle Bruce was what we shared last evening about GS turning over papers to the SEC. Now we know what it's all about. You are so smart, and thank you. Right on. Hey, Uncle B bought July 16, 1250 VJC calls at 62 cents. It's now $1. Should I sell them with a profit or give it a couple of weeks? Yeah, I'd give it a couple of weeks. Give it till it's like $30 a share, then consider selling it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. VGAC unleashed 11. Just went over 11s right now, 1096. It's going, and you can still get into this thing. It's going to go much higher than this. The price dropped for GME at the end of the day because they shorted every ETF it's in. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you from Nicholas Cabby, and thank you from Bobby Hubby. A couple of donations on PayPal just came in. Thank you, guys. Morning Free Thinker. My VGAC calls are ripping. Free Thinker, are you still here? Uncle B bought some books. Have my nose deep into studying options, and I find it fascinating. Your show is like the accompanying lectures I enjoy. Please speak the same day. Covered call option strategy, please. Man. Mm. We're loving it. 11:03 on VGAC. Mm, mm, mm. Hey everybody, I see you all. $11 on VGAC right now. Got some SoFi calls for next Friday, 1750. Would you recommend I try to sell them today or wait till it goes up again? Wait till Tuesday. Wait through the weekend until Tuesday. Oh, yeah. No ketchup with this stuff. Uh-uh. Just an FYI for calls, in the money Webull will auto exercise on expiration, assuming you have the funds for them to do so. There you go. Mm-mm-mm. Ketchup. Hi, Jen. Kyle. VGAC, we're loving this. 1096. Bought some more VGAC just before the pop. What a good timing. Thank you, Uncle B. Coming soon to the stock market near you, ME. Credit Savage. I have 5 $10 calls for January 22. I bought $1.25. I'm in the money. It's not even started yet. Thank you, Uncle B. Right on, Credit Savage. Gonna make a lot of money with those. You're gonna make a lot of money. This is good stuff. Finally, it's finally popping. Woohoo! We love the Bruce. I ordered last night, and Bruce replied to me within an hour. Does he not sleep? This guy, sending me my cell phone app. Wally, those cell phone app fires, both of them next to my not a flamethrower, just sets them off. What underlying the Credit Savage coach? First thing I did this morning was buy more VGAC. Bill, a growing investment account takes a lot of stress off your back, not because you can buy stuff, but rather you have a safety buffer. Visceral, got to get me some of that honey mustard mayo. Never seen it before. The Credit Savage. Let's go VGAC with a bagel power hour. Every time Uncle Bruce eats a bagel, we have good news. Jennifer, please force feed him bagels all day. Got her laugh. She's going to the bedroom now. She's laughing. She's a laughing. We're having fun here. Mm. Mm. If you'd have told me 5 years, 20 years ago, hell, 5 years ago, that I'd be paying to watch some 65-year-old dude eat a bagel, I'd say you're nuts. I love the meat bagels, the best. Right, Uncle Bruce? VGAC finally moving. What is that sling blade, Uncle Bruce? Real good. Uncle Bruce, what do you think about a good call for FAII? What do you think it would be? A November 1250 or September 1250? Longer the better, please. What happened to out of the money options after an acquisition? All gone? What happened to out of the money options after an acquisition? What happened? If you have call options that are out of the money and a company gets taken over that you're buying call options in at a lower price than what your exercise price, then you're not going to make any money in your contracts. Is that what you're asking me? I'm guessing. Goldman, buddy, welcome. Welcome, Goldman. 270 on Gamestop. VGAC 1088. Get it now. Welcome, Goldman. Welcome. VGAC options are looking sexy all of a sudden. VJ's calls are erected. Oh my gosh. I knew I should have trusted my instincts on SoFi and sold it a couple days ago. Could have snagged a ton more options today. You know, you got it. You're playing with fire if you're selling a SoFi. SoFi makes a move and you sell it. You don't know if the next move is $5 higher because at any time SoFi will break out. It will go to 30 and beyond quickly. When it makes its move, it's like gone. Be careful trying to trade SoFi. Be very careful. All right. Amazing. Another great song. George Michael was amazing. Damn, gonna hit 30 in a month. I had a ham and cheese omelet with a slice of multi-grain toast. Nice. Wait a second. It's like is it like the stocks? I've been buying up Costco packs of socks the whole time. I have to adjust my portfolio. Hang on, Goldman. You made me more on VGAC today in options contract than I do working two. What's it works? I'm now a member of at least the next 56 years. Can't quite understand, but it sounds really good. I just asked my wife to make me a bagel. She laughed, Uncle Bruce. How do you do it? I'll create a YouTube channel, put in 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Start hosting $400 an hour sessions with people, and then watch your wife's jaw go, what? How much are they paying you to spend an hour with you? What? What did you want? A bagel? Stay right there. Keep talking to those people. I'm not going to let you stop. You think she's being charitable to me making this? She's keeping me right here. So I'm working. Yeah, hello. Rob, thank you, Rob, for this donation. I don't need money for ketchup, but I'll take the money. Thank you. We have ketchup, but I don't have ketchup with the meat bagel. No, that's not my stuff. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much. Digital, check out 4-minute reads investment. Bruce, if VGAC keeps going up, I might have to start selling stocks on Sundays as well. Look at it go. Meanwhile, waiting for SoFi to crack 13 again. Call a cell phone speaker, Uncle Bruce, the navigation one, please. Gotcha. Would you like them autographed? Well, I'll autograph it. Jen will autograph them for you because that's what we do. Cheers, everybody. Bobby, make sure you send me a private email for that specific request. The email's down below in the description, right? brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Okay. All right. That just confirms the order. Wally, Rob is away. PayPal helps that fray. Digital, Mike Sullivan, thank you. Morning, Jane. My calls are already up 17%, like from an hour ago. Pretty damn good. Jane, that's very kind. We ended up having some pretty ape hotel parties after the brunch. Free thinker, McJones, love the typo. Wally, when rich people steal, they do it right in front of the world. That NBC makes RC looks like a criminal. Mugshot and misleading story, just crap. Make sure, yeah, you were better off on your own. We're in bed by 8. Devil King, SoFi now under 22. Good time to buy more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get your contracts on these for sure. The Smasher, hey, Bruce, I want to buy my first call option. So should I buy a 1750 call expiring in January? You can do that, or a 15, or a 12 and a half. Definitely, yeah. If you can pick up, 5 1750s or 5 15s. You'll leverage 500 shares if you have enough dough. Whatever you can do, pick them up for January, absolutely, and but nothing higher than 1750. Dan, you know how they say you don't know the good times till they're done. Well, Uncle Bruce eating a bagel is a good time. We want to rock. That's it right there. If you would have told me 20 years ago that I'd be watching someone talk about green lines, and probably would just pick my nose. Yeah, still much better than $13. Mike Sullivan, thanks again. I found him. Love your mate. Scott R, new member. Hey, Scott R, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you joined us as a new member. Thank you, all of you, joining us. It's only the beginning of the beginning. That's right. 267 on GameStop. It could. I don't know if they are. I can't answer this question, Roach on the Tree. I can't answer it. I haven't seen the official news release. I'm expecting something later today or tomorrow morning first thing about all this. So either trades as VGAC for a couple of more days, like tomorrow, and then switches on Monday. It's imminent. It's coming. Anyway, finally, I got FAII and Nash to 100 shares to unlock my level 1 options. Right on. Okay. Bruce, be careful day trading SoFi. That's right. Be careful because you sell it and it goes up another $5. You're going to start crying. Welcome, Scott. Welcome. Welcome. So good. Dow's up only 79.50. That's at the low of the day right now. Okay. S&P up 11. NASDAQ up 41. Okay. Okay, I'm finishing up the last of the bagel. It's falling apart. Oh no. Oh yeah. So good. So good. Daniel, Bruce, would you assure me on VGAC 23andMe is not profitable? What's the scoop? Huh? Daniel, I don't know what you want. Welcome to the fun, Scott, says Mike. How long till Jen starts calling his desk a campus? Donnie, what does everyone use for trading platforms? Looking to finally dump Robinhood. Uncle Bruce is making us money here, and I don't trust Robinhood. Aaron, bagel not working. Just hit the new low on GameStop. Come on, baby. 263, 262. Yep. It's a low. It's a dip. This is a dip. Any of you guys who have written call options on your GameStop, you wrote the 290s. You wrote 300s. You wrote 310s, 20s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 400s. If they're backing off nice and low for you, you might want to scoop them. On the other hand, let the stock do what it does. 261 right now. And we have someone here who wrote some at 210. We've got someone writing 210 contracts. We're down to 261 now. It's coming to you. You never know. You never know. It's a dip. I don't know how severe, but it is a dip. Need to hold at that 268 support. The next level is a long way down. Credit. I seriously thought Uncle Bruce was a smart businessman, but now I see Jen as the smartest one. She's getting paid. Cruise trips and nights on the town. Way to go, Jen. Got to make sure my wife doesn't hear. And you should see her wardrobe. Oh, the stuff she's wearing. And the hair treatments. And the nails. And you think Jen is cheap to maintain at that level of yeah. I'm on the air all the time. That's why I'm here all the time. Can you imagine Yoko coming through that amplifier? Oh, Uncle Bruce, I need your green top back. Glad Bruce is set. Big win for retail, loss for hedgies. Thanks, Wall Street Bets, GameStop, etc. Alien, what's the next support level? Just got to a VGAC Jan 22 1250s at 295. I hope I'm getting extra points. You missed the Mashers donation. RB 246. Peter Chung, new member. Thank you, Peter, for coming in. Appreciate that very much, my friend. Who is that here? No, I haven't got that. Don't see a donation that I missed. There's a smasher. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I wanted to buy my first call option. Should I buy? I did that. I did that contract. Yeah, we're good. We did that. I did that. Okay, thank you, everybody. Chunk, Peter, thank you. Way to go, buddy. You're here. You're in. You're in to win. We're at 1072 on VGAC. Gore's at 1517. There's an opportunity there. We got AMC down 224. We got GameStop at 261. There's an opportunity there. SoFi at 2158. There's an opportunity there. Dips, and more dips. Okay. I'm the guy with the banana shirt. If you went, okay, what's going on? I got 600 FAI. Should I sell and move into SoFi? Thoughts, people? Nope. Don't. You're 5 days over your meeting. What are you doing? VJC options for the win. My January VJC calls that I bought for $190 are currently selling for $3. Woohoo! I imagine at some point today we'll reach GameStop oversold and we'll pop back up. I imagine it's possible. We're at 260 on GameStop right now. It's quickly becoming oversold on the day. Absolutely. But that's just the way this market goes. Got my SoFi calls for Jan 21. But before that, I accidentally bought some 25s for this Friday at 50. Hopefully it goes to 30 today. Oh my gosh. I have 2,000 shares of VGAC. I got 20 calls. January for 1750. Do I need to keep the 2,000 shares or can I sell whenever? You can sell whenever. You can do whatever you want with the sell, the shares, the calls and sell. The calls and the shares are separate because you bought the calls and you own the shares. They're totally separate. So if the shares go to $20 and you sell the shares, great. And you sell your calls and roll them over, great. You're going to be richer. 36 on 4 million volume. Nothing to see here. Carter Cole, thank you for the super sticker, Carter. Pete, make that 310. Nice peach. Welcome all from Funky J. Carter, I make all the monies for my wife. I never get any bagels. Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Peter. Welcome, everybody. Nelson, I now eat bagels vicariously through you, Uncle Bruce. That grape jelly yesterday was awesome. Brian, another day, another fight. This is humorous, the swing. Make them good ones. Uncle B, what do you think and expect will happen with GameStop in the upcoming days and weeks? Volatility, news, upside potential, swings, fist fights, hugs, kisses, tears, emotional breakdowns. Expect the usual. A bagel making GameStop go down. I'm installing very good air conditioner window unit this weekend as a farewell to VGAC. All right, Benny. That's the last bite, and the best, isn't it, guys? Guys, Wedbush just raised GameStop price target from 39 to 50. Yay! They mean millions, right? Like 39 million to 50 million. Like they've just upgraded it to 50 million. Wedbush, Finville, Uncle B sold 3 covered calls. January 2021, $500 calls for $115 each to get $34,500. You did. Should I buy them back at $90 each now, and I can pocket 6,600 quick ones, or should I use the fund to buy more GameStop on the dip? Thank you, sir. Well, okay. You flogged them at 115 for 500. That's a great move, and they're now down to 90. The stock's at 262. The stock has touched 260. My guess is if the shares are dipping here any further from this, you're just better buying the stock now. You got 34 grand worth of money there. You can pick up 100, let's say at 250, you could pick up almost 150 shares. And thank you for Oscar. Thank you, Oscar, for the donation. So you could do that. And you pick them up at say 251 or something, and they go to 281. Even if you flip them, I mean, I'm not saying you would, but if you did, you'd make a quick $30 on 150. Which is on top of the money you're making on your calls. Keep in mind that the calls will just keep slipping in value as time goes by. But right now you are obviously 237 out of the money. So yeah, these are not even worth 90. But isn't that great? Beautiful job, really. No, I wouldn't buy the calls back. No, I would not buy the calls back. But you could look at the stock, or you could pick up a bunch of SoFi stock at 2180. You could buy a bunch of that, and there's. A nice little acquisition of SoFi paper. That stuff goes up $3, $4, $5 a share. A nice little flip for you there. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just looking at deals, trying to find deals. Gore's at 15.15 might be a buy, or VGAC at 10.80. There's a flip. Or how about FAII at 9.95 in 5 days? They have their shareholder vote. How about picking that stuff up? Use your 100 grand to grab that stuff. Run that to $15. There's a 50% return. Just saying, it's a possibility. You never know. Same with as Starboard, Nav Site. These are cheap, man. So you got options, my friend. You have got choices. Oscar Voss, you have the shares and you bought the calls. Right then, the calls are about someone else's shares. Funky Ally, is this some kind of inverted bagel, like a hole on the outside or something? SoFi 21.58. We're 21.85 right now. Let's see here. Other like negative gravity, anti-bagel. I just grabbed 500 more on SoFi. Let's see. I used E-Trade and Webull. I like E-Trade a lot, but the Webull chart's better. SoFi dip. You're so fun. I use E-Trade as well. I use Webull for the charts, but I have some over there as well. Okay. Damn, that bagel delivered on the big dip. I like Webull, even though people sometimes treat you as a Chinese spy. My only AMC calls left as of today are between 10 and 50. Okay. JP, welcome. When does VGAC start talking? Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. Do you know how much money it costs to look this cheap? It's not easy. Wally's World, they are just drawing back the slingshot slowly because the world marble will fly fast and far. Sean and Wendy, laughing out loud. Auntie Jane is smarter than Uncle Bruce, but Uncle Bruce works harder. I am smarter than Shin, but she works harder. The smarter ones work less. Laugh out loud. Andrew, so we know when the VJC meeting is today sometime. Fenville, Uncle Bruce, you almost missed my super chat. Oh, I tried. This is dippy day. Bought more Gamestop and took a chance on a put RCL January 21st, 2022, $75 for $5.90. I'm up $65 so far. Yay! Mike, Blair Bar sounds like a dolly. Ashley, I leave for 1 minute, come back, and the bagel is inverted. Let's give Uncle Bruce some thumbs. Thank you, everybody, guys. Appreciate it. The James Show got January 21st, VGAC $15 calls for 90 cents a while ago on your advice about them going up. Thanks, Uncle B. Yay! Yeah, dog. Is what is happening to SoFi normal. This is a typical day in a typical stock. Stocks trade. You get used to each one, and it's got its own personality, its own style. 21.74 on SoFi. A low of the day today was 21.43. That was a good dip. Now it's still down. There you go. GameStop 263.55. Low of the day on GameStop 260. How about that? On 4.7 million shares today. Okay, AMC 47.29 down $2. Gores 15.20 down 68 cents. VGAC 10.80 going up again, up 63 cents. Okay, let's see what happens. Wow. I leave you guys take SoFi. What happened? Wendy's amazing too. God's amazing. What is happening to SoFi? Can someone tell me who offers calls on these SPACs? I'm in the UK. Thank you. I don't have the answer for you there. 10 VGAC June 18 1250 contracts bought at 20 cents. I'm currently up 178%. What to do, Uncle B? You wait until Tuesday. You don't do anything until Tuesday. You're going higher. They're creating buying opportunities. Gaming Interactive Brokers also options. GameStop. Wow, nice. What coffee do you buy, Uncle B? I need some of that. Wally, Diet Coca-Cola, I think maybe whatever. Yeah, it's Diet Cafe-Free Diet Coke. That's what I drink. Jack, gaming first trade allows UK accounts and has options trading. You're going to need your bank able to send US dollars, though. Fendel, thank you, sir. He is fueled on caffeine-free Diet Coke somehow. I already got 15 calls on SoFi, 22.5 for next year. Right on. SoFi, 21.89. GameStop, 265, going for 266. Gores 1520, Virgin Group 1086. All right, market just decided to yeet itself off a cliff, and you couldn't remember the name of my dog. Ooh, she's laugh out loud. I can't be held responsible for my goldfish memory. Mine is a sardine memory. Contract I wrote last week on GameStop went from $29.80 per share, now $162. I was getting worried yesterday when it hit $320 a share. Turns out nothing to worry about. There's nothing to see here. There you go. You're going to cash in all that money. Javier, I might have missed Uncle B, but what is the issue you have with Fidelity? What happens to the out-of-the-money options at merger? Out-of-the-money options die worthless. Bruce believes buttered bagels best be bought before buying beautiful brunettes, big booze bottles, because beguiling beauties bear betraying bodies. Try and say that 10 times in a row. I can't do that. On Nelson, Uncle Bruce, why do bagels have holes in that jelly can fall through? Why? Oh, no, Nathan. Uncle Bruce, can you go back to the green bagel shirt? I had better luck with that color. I needed to give you some dips. You need dips once in a while to get bargains, and that's what you need, especially when you're writing contracts. You need them to go out of the money and die so you can keep all that cash and get ready to do something else. That's what you need to be able to do. GameStop now 267 to 78, and SoFi coming up to 21.92 now. Gore's at 15.20, and Virgin at 10.88, looking better. Okay, laugh out loud, Wally. I imagine sardines are glad they can't remember how they got in the tin in the first place. Leaving the key on the outside is the real trick for sardines. Can I still buy VGAC calls at a $10 strike for January, even though the stock's already higher than 10? Yes, you can. If so, will it be more expensive? Yes, it will. You can buy any price contract you want anytime. You can buy $5 calls, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, all the way up in the money, out of the money, expiring tomorrow, expiring next week, expiring next January. Any contract you want. As long as it's offered, you can try and buy it. Absolutely. Thanks for the good morning, Uncle B. Have to go make some money. See you at the close. Be well. New stuff at UK calls on interactive brokers. Yes, and of course, yes. Uncle Bruce, quote, the market just seemed to yeet itself off a cliff. Well, thanks, Uncle Bruce. You are the best. Bring the green shirt back. What's your preferred toaster setting? We need Bruce to eat a Tums. Bagels and donuts got holes in them, so you can wear them like a necklace, walk around eating them all day, carrying them to the fro. And this is before bags were a thing, I guess. You see, there you go. Daniel, as for right now, I'm officially tapped out buying more until next week. Ugh, Dougie, yes, the Tums surge. Uncle Bruce, hi. On GameStop's balance sheet, what would be a comfortable amount of debt for GameStop to bring in with a possible acquisition or a reverse merger? How would this affect free cash flow? Well, I'm guessing, Wally, that if they bought the right company with cash, they would be buying a company that generates cash. I don't think they're going to want to buy a company that needs cash with cash. They're not going to play that game. So they would buy a company that needs cash with stock only and then use the cash they have or get and keep going. But if you're going to use actual cash to buy an entity, you're buying an entity that's generating cash. And of course, if you need to borrow money against the company you're buying that can spin cash off to you, it then in effect can buy itself because you borrow the money at a cheaper rate to buy the company you just got, and the money the company generates pays the bonds off that you just took out to get the company in the first place. It all works out. There you have it. Interactive brokers. Take some time to get used to it the first timer. Good luck, Jack. Gaming. That's the one in the UK. Ostrike, Sitting Bull. Brilliant, buddy. Carlos. Buffalo. Gregory, do you think we should have flipped $340 GameStop on the news, or would that have been too risky? Look, hindsight 2020. Do you get boneless bagels? Benny, we can't beat down Uncle Bruce. He's on fire today. Rob, just got my FAII Bible in the mail. These merger books are hilarious. I think I'm going to frame them so far as a VGAC, IPOE, now FAII. Woohoo! The mail keeps bringing all these surprises. $21.97 on SoFi. We're about to break 22. GameStop 266. AMC at 47.46 down $1.88. Gore's 15.20 down 67 cents. VGAC 10.82. Fifth Wall 11.17. VACQ 10.55. Nav Site Holdings 9.94 unchanged. Starboard down a penny at $10, and Fortress at 9.98 down a penny. That's where we are right now. The market, the Dow is now up 67, but it's near the low of the day. And S&P is up 9. NASDAQ is up 22 points. All righty, there you have it, guys. That's where we're at right now. I picked up some of the, I picked up little $20 shares of FAI with my last dry powder. Here we go. Wally, thanks, Uncle Bruce. That primes my valve. Colin, okay, thanks goodness we've got enough thumbs ups today. And Carlos, I'm going to remember this as the summer of SPACs. The summer of SPACs. There you have it. How are you doing for thumbs ups? We have 1,200 thumbs ups today. Thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate those. We have 51 thumbs downs today. That's just the way that goes. I appreciate all of you being here today. Thank you, all of you watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're subscribing, really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. We're under 99,000 right now, trying to get up to 100 again. Thank you for considering a subscription. to this channel with this great group of viewers. Thank you all for becoming members of this channel. That memberships are growing right now. Thank you for that. That is fantastic. And like I said, 1,648 of you here. We have 1,200 thumbs ups. That is really cool bean stuff. Thank you so much. Fab, you-less. Okay. Alrighty, there is where it's at right now. Let's see. Hot Spack Summer bagels are like lifesavers candy. The hole is there in case you put the whole thing in your mouth. It keeps you from choking. You see, Benny, hardest worker YouTuber right here, ladies and gentlemen. There he goes. A Spackalicious. Loving the look today, Colin. Fan Spaculous. Check out the gains on FWAA as well. Up 3 cents to 11.18. Wally's World, Spanky the Spac Man. We've got a great group of viewers, and I'm here too, says Colin. Even with Colin, we have a great group of viewers. We love that. All of you, thank you. Colin Dangerously, the YOLO Fro. What's that all about? 2202 on SoFi broke $22. Coming back, it's still down on the day. It was as low as 21.43, but it's rebounded now 65 cents from the low. Coming on the SoFi, GameStop 265, AMC 47.19, Gores 15.24, Virgin VGAC 10.83. Volume now is 3.3 million on Virgin Day, Virgin Group acquisition day today, as of tomorrow and the day after. And after that, it's 23andMe 10.82 now. Looking good. Dougie Yoko, is what he's saying. He's saying Yoko. We've got 1,200 thumbs ups right now and 51 thumbs downs. Thank you, everybody, for being here and hanging around as we grind through the last few minutes of this show before I pack it in for a little break here. We got 25 minutes to go, and then this first 3-hour segment will be done as we finish off the first one. We'll be on again this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for 2 hours, the last hour of trading, the first hour of the aftermarket. See where these shares take us. Will GameStop be at one? Will it be a 260 bottom today for GameStop, and then will it close at 285 today? Is that what's going to happen? I do not know. It's something to watch. We're keeping a close eye on all of these things. Volume on GameStop is nowhere near what we had the other day. We're only at 5 million shares volume on GameStop. Very quiet. Very quiet. SoFi 21.96. AMC down 245 at 46.89. Gores at 15.23, Virgin at 10.79 right now. So the market is still down 59 points on the gain for the Dow, but it was up over 200 this morning. Right now, up only 54. S&P up 7, NASDAQ up 16, and that is what the deal is there. That's what we got. That's what we got. Okay, let's see here. Uncle Bruce, can you sing Scatman but use SPAC-Man instead? No. If everyone bought only a single SPAC share, they would lose a lot of money on issuing so many Bibles. Yeah, I guess you're right with all those takeovers. All that documentation that has to be made by lawyers to afford the takeover. It's unbelievable. Sitting Bull, at some point, don't you think that the new chairman of the board, Ryan Cohen, might just respond to his stock manipulation? Oh, there might come a time. You never know. Wally, Colin, you look like Prince impersonating Yoko impersonating Prince. Blair, laughing out loud. The FUD is strong on MSNBC. A GameStop over. Thanks. Microsoft header. Yeah. Against me. New. John Anderson. Thanks everybody. Nice little pop on VGAC. Colin, I'm liking your new book. Daniel, Uncle Bruce, do you know the NSH merger date yet? I cannot find it. Haven't got it yet. Haven't got the NAF site merger date yet. Colin, saw yours too, Nancy. Rob, the hit on the stock plus media reiterating GameStop is done. I feel like I've seen this show before. Is CNBC running reruns? Yeah, no kidding. Looking fly, says Colin. Ona, we're just letting GameStop settle down and we're going to buy it. Ona, I hope so, Sitting Bull. Scott, you have to buy bagel holes and plug them into your bagel to prevent your jelly or ketchup from running out. See, there you have it. Uncle Bruce, hi there. If the naked short sellers are still selling between themselves with synthetic longs and they can read, why would they keep on breaking the law? Hey, that's a song, Breaking the Law. Wally, I don't know. They're just doing what they're doing until they're not allowed to do it anymore, I guess. Ubi, thank you for becoming a member, I think. Thank you, Ubi. Welcome. Hey, Uncle B, I wrote 10 October 10 calls yesterday. $500 strike price. This would be GameStop. For $69.90. Bought them back this AM for $44. Will them again. I'll write him again on the next spike. Thanks for the strategy. Well, there you go. You write him at 70. You buy him back at 44. That's $26 net profit per share on a flip, and you're not giving up your stock. Nice going. It can be done. Ratchet, a roach on a tree. I'm in the SPAC, man. Ski be dibbity dib do da do da do dee da do. Okay, welcome, oopie-dee-doo. Hey, Bruce, is it ever beneficial to sell a contract to cash out on the time and pop on the stock, even if it's not the break-even yet? Is it ever beneficial to sell a contract to cash out on the time and pop? Yes, of course it is. Yes, it's always beneficial. I need 28 shares to reach 100 on GameStop. Is that 7,800 worth the ability to write covered call contracts every few weeks? I think it just might be. It just might well be. Colin, that's $1 million idea. Edible bagel plugs. Rennie, welcome. OR, like muffin top, says Wally. Or stumps. Roach, Uncle Ubi, welcome. Colin, I suppose that's true. Rob, available, spend $7,800, write one contract for the next run for $80 to $90 premiums, and you're up $1,000 easy. There you go. Ciao from Italy, says Ubi. All right. Thank you, Ubi from Italy. Nice to have you here. Good stuff. Yes, my friends, there are reasons why you would want to have 100 shares of certain stocks to write contracts, especially on GameStop with the kind of premiums you can bring in. They're phenomenal. Wally, can't wait for the Stock Markets with Bruce website status update under construction. That's all I can tell you. Or I need 10 shares to have 100 shares of GameStop. Rick, hi, Uncle B. Made great money holding options on your SPACs. Also, been enjoying learning something about covered calls, learning about this. I sold one BA contract, 275, June 25th for 224, trading at 102. Can you talk about how to roll? Well, if you buy the call back here and sell another call, it could be at the same strike price, but for a week or two down the road, you'll take the spread differential. Buy this one at 102, sell the other one at 250. If that's the price, you'll bring in another $150 a contract into your account. And you're just rolling this over every week or two. You're doing these rollovers, bringing in 100, 150, whatever money every week or so. Over the year, you do that like 30 times a year, bringing in 150 a shot. That's $4,500 return on a single contract. Not bad money. I mean, it's worth looking at. Or you can write a closer in call or a further out timing call, make even more money. It's up to you. GameStop dropping after GameStop said it's being investigated by SEC. What a misleading headline. It is misleading. Ding dong dong dalarama mong bing bong. Blair, okay, Bruce, equals tired. Bye-bye. Okay, Javier, that was close. VJC going up again. 1090 going up again. Buying 130 more at 260. There you go. 259.25 on sale. Those of you who have contracts written on GameStop, you may want to consider buying back contracts as these dips take hold. If you scored a nice little gain by writing a call in the last week or two, this might be a shot at enjoying a nice little return on your money. And then wait for a little pop on the other direction and write calls again. It's all up to you. You have to wait and see how this plays out. To write a covered call on my 100 shares of GameStop, do I sell to open? Yes, you do. Sell to open, and then to buy it back, it's buy to close. Correct. Ona, can I go to the bank and get cash on my Discover card? I have a high limit, but I've never needed cash before from it. I can't help you there. Nancy will sell to open covered. Juliet, do you have you have a minimum number of shares to write a contract? Just 100 shares will do it. For example, on VGC, if you have a bunch of Januaries and you're up already, way up, even if the break even ain't there yet, as soon as March is available, move into it. I mean, let's see where the stock is at. Right now I would want VGAC to reach the 2025 level before I do a rollover. And I would give it a month or two because you've got quite a bit of time. You want to max out right now your gain on these contracts. You want to max out this move right now because every dollar the stock goes up, your contracts are probably really moving up nicely, and you want to take advantage of that. Anyway, going to buy 30 more after the dip is over. It failed, says Sitting Bull. Here, let's hear it for Scatman Bruce. He's been handling these like a boss. How about that? We are at 1088 on VGAC, 2198 on SoFi, 262.35 on GameStop. AMC at 45.64. Gores at 15.25, down 62 cents. Gores is a little better. It was down to 15.10. It's 15 cents stronger. We don't have a date, though, on the takeover yet. We're waiting for that. Vector down 11. Nav Site unchanged. Starboard unchanged. Fortress down a penny. They're just sitting there flat, waiting to go. The Dow up 91, getting stronger now. The Dow is picking up a little bit of strength. We're up 91. Up 11.9 on the S&P 500. Up 39.7 on NASDAQ. Okay. Uncle Bruce, what is your general philosophy on choosing strike prices when writing call or put contracts? You mentioned it depends on each stock and the time till expiration, but I'd love some more insight on this stuff. It also depends on the stock you're talking about. It's a very volatile, high mover. I mean, GameStop, AMC. You got to choose how you want to play this. If you're long GameStop, and you bought it at 150, 60, you're now 260 a share. You could play the let's write a contract that dies tomorrow game. You could play that one. You could write a call that dies tomorrow, but you're really going to have to be writing within the money. That's the trick. Very close to the money. If you're writing a contract for next Friday, you could write a 280, 290, 300, 310, 20. Of course, the premiums will shrink the further out you go. Or the Friday after that, the same thing. On the other hand, if you write a GameStop contract with a $400 exercise price for 2 or 3 months from now, you might bring in $25, $35 a share. That's some serious cash. If you write a call contract for $500 a share, good for 6, 8 months from now, you might bring in $50, $60, $70 a share. Well, if your cost average is $150 and you can bring in $70 now on your stock, but offer it for $500 a share until January, your cost average is $80. You're going to be taken out at $500. That's a nice return on your dough. And you can do whatever you want with the money in the meantime. And or you could take the $70, $80 you're getting right now and buy stock right now, $260, $65. And just load up on this stock, but it's up to you. You could take the money and just spend it on bills, live off of it, or consider buying these calls back. Like, for example, if you wrote these calls yesterday, you might have sold them for $110. You might be buying them back today for $65. You might be making a quick $50 on a contract that you sold and bought back. Just offering your stock till next January at $500 overnight. That happens on this stock. So there's a lot of options, a lot of ways you can play this whole thing. That's why we're going to have classes. Good job, Cindy. Both SoFi keeps going down, 21.93, 21.77. Glad I got my 1,000 shares of VGAC at 9.6 and several call options. I'm glad too. You're 10.90 going higher. Wally, random retro. Your avatar looks like Uncle Bruce's halo, dark helmet. Roach on a tree. Ona, you will pay an insane interest rate on cash advances. Strike Bruce, what are your thoughts on uncovered naked calls? What are your thoughts on uncovered naked? I don't like those thoughts. What time will VGC be with 100? I want to set an alarm, Bruce. When is it exactly going to go to $100 a share? I'm in a hurry. I need an answer. It has to happen sometime today. Can you be specific? Why are you on YouTube then? Ona, it's being shorted hard like GameStop. Ona, Rocha, thank you. When moving into later dates, do you always want to keep gaining more contracts than the last time? Maybe. You might want to have just as many, but only use a third of the money. You might want to have double the number of contracts, but only use half the money. You want to bank cash too if you're making money. Ona says, thank you, AB. Let's see. Or take money off the table, keep the same number. Yeah, exactly. I've held since early January. I'm not selling. Benny, the company Gores is buying. It's pretty cool. Third house scanning. A lot of people in construction are already using it. What target price would you say is cool before selling all the contracts? The company's buying is pretty cool. So, I think these shares can do really well. I can't see under 30 being a realistic price to sell under. Bought some more GHVI and GameStop. Random Retro, SoFi reporting 39.5 short float on VinViz. Wow, that's a heavy short. Heavy. Nick, hey Bruce, I have a SoFi January 22 call at $35. I bought for $1.40. Now it's at $3.02. Since it's so far out of the money, do I cash in now or wait? Wondering when it will start to lose premium. Well, it won't lose much in the next month or two. If the stock goes to 25, 28, you might be sitting on a $6 contract. So why don't you sit around and enjoy some more money? Get richer. Pick nose. Any price target on VGAC? You mentioned blue book value for others like SoFi. VGAC, boy, I'm thinking $30 is a reasonable neighborhood. That's just me though. How fast? How soon? I don't know. Rob, Bruce, I have a problem. I write contracts and then spend all the premiums on buying SPACs and calls, and then when the contract dips, I can't buy it back because I spend all the cash. Yeah, you have a problem. You have a I make a lot of money doing all kinds of stuff problem, but I can't keep cash in my account problem. I hear that problem. Ona, I told Ryan Cohen this morning as we had breakfast together to buy SoFi. Laughing out loud. Chung. Hi, Chung. Welcome as a new member. I'm glad you're here. Funky J Bell. I think some of those short numbers are under IPOE and not SoFi. Drew, welcome. Welcome. Very good. Thank you. Welcome to the Bagel family. Welcome. Welcome. You are going to love Uncle Bruce. We all do. Uncle Bruce tries as hard as he can with the names, but he's not very good at it. Thank you, everybody. 2183 on SoFi, down 86 cents. Gamestop 262, AMC 4564, Gores Holdings 1536, down 51 cents. VGAC 1088, up 71 cents. Looking good. The Dow up 97, S&P up 12, NASDAQ down up 40. Okay, there you have it. I think it's pronounced hey na. Okay. Ubi, ciao, Uncle Bruce. What is the next merger after VGAC 23 and 20 Gores Holdings Matterport? The next one confirmed is FAII, Fortress Acquisition is the next one. 5 days later than today. Next week, Tuesday, they're merging with ATI Physiotherapy, and that stock's $9.95, $9.98. It's a bargain. FAII $9.97. What a steal! What a steal. VGAC 1086. And one is behind the other by 5 days. You laugh out loud at all y'all simping for Yahoo. Okay. What happened at the out of the money options after merge? So they're worth nothing. Hey, how do I get picture besides my name? Edit your Google profile, a Google account. That's how you do. Welcome to the family. Okay. FAI June 15, 8 a.m. meeting. June 15 meeting. Yeah, five days from now. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Ona, say you are welcome. Yeah, that's the next one. Cheers, everybody, from Uncle Bruce in Creston. Oh, getting that caffeine-free Diet Coke going through. Trying to stay hydrated. Trying. Oh, boy. Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen you're the best. Welcome, newest member to No Bull here. We listen to Get Richer. We love these guys. Thank you, guys. Oh, Wally. Yep. Ona, then click on the circle with your pink O on it, in it. Sizing it is a challenge. I searched it. Random Retro S SoFi float is 60 million shares. Volume 2 million this morning. Driving price down shows just how bad these shorts can affect price for little or no volume trades. Now that's manipulation, but it can go the other way too. With only 5 or 10 million shares of buying power, stock can go up $10. Wait for that. Does Creston have a wall of fame? We're going to get you there, Uncle Bruce. We're going to get you there, your Hall of Fame. I don't know about that. A roach on a tree. I'm not sure what that is. Rob, going to hop on the hammock with Auntie Jen today, Uncle Bruce. There you go. Rob wants to hop on the hammock with Jen. Swinging in the trees. Oh, my. Oh, my. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're down to 8 minutes, and this show is done. Rob, you have a break, a great break. Don't be late this afternoon, or else. Always game and spreading the love. Thank you, everybody. 262.65 on GameStop. We might be bottoming out here. It's possible. It's now been over an hour that we've been kind of around this 60, 65 neighborhood. This might be it. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing it, but that's what I'm seeing at the moment. Why do they call him Ankle Bruce? Yeah, why is that? Benny, as MSNBC should talk more about SoFi. Well, they talk about what they talk about, and they think that they're really hot stuff. What can I say? 2190 on SoFi, getting a little better. 1086 on Virgin. That's where it's at. Wally, swinging in the trees, listening to the leaves, loving the sweet smell of summer. Creston is no bummer. Ricardo, what is the bullish case for FAII? Going to go higher. They got those physiotherapy centers, 860 of them across the U.S., I think. And my guess is that they're going to acquire other regional centers and gobble them up and become the dominant number one location in America for physiotherapy, with all the customers being insurance companies. Is it only his fans? Ostrike's wondering. Sitting. Have a good afternoon. See you at 3 o'clock. You got it, guys. You got it. Roach Tree. Fun fact: Creston is best known as the home of Kokanee beer. The brewery can trace its roots back to Fort Steele Brewery, which opened in 1898. 3 blocks from this house. The brewery's right over there, like 3-4 blocks. Yep, it's just over there. Okay, so I'm computer literate. How do I get my pics off my iPhone to my computer? Oh, I'm not helping you there. I'm not doing this. Not me. Don't look at me. No way. 1086 on VGAC. AB, log in your Google account by Safari on your iPhone. Rob, hey, Uncle Bruce, quick question before you leave. Do you follow the TSX at all, or is it too boring? Yeah, I don't follow it. Carlos, Uncle Bruce, maybe sometimes the one creek sneak or the one cheek sneak isn't enough, and it goes from the ankles up and erupt. Oh, there can be accidents. There can be accidents. Edit it there. Get the photo off the photos album in the iPhone. Ona, okay, AB, thank you. Out of a psycho clinic, they are all thinking I'm crazy. I said, no, you are. Now I've got a problem. Google it, says Benny. Mike, own a lightning cable. Oh my gosh. Can't go there. I can't. I don't want to go here. Okay. We're down about 4 minutes before I have to get off the air because I'm really falling off the edge. I got to get a nap. I'm tired. I've been working hard today. I thank you all for being here today, and I hope you make a lot of money this afternoon as we get ready to fire up this channel at 3 o'clock Eastern Time this afternoon. I'm looking forward to the afternoon show. VGAC 1085, the meetings today. It's going to become 23andMe. Very exciting stuff. Next week, FAII becomes IST or whatever they call I something. Physiotherapy centers. Should be pretty good. FAII is at $9.97 right now. And so it is on super sale. My God, I can't believe how cheap that is. But 5 days till the shareholder vote, and it's at $9.97. Go figure. Deals. Well, I pulled the trigger at 260.75. GameStop covered calls. Here I come. Okay, Jane. Bye, everybody. See you this afternoon. Think Green. Thanks, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jane. Jen, thank you, Bruce, says Dave. Maya, have a great afternoon. Everyone, see you back here a little later. Wally, naps are good. Thanks, Uncle Bruce and Jen. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Stay chill. Vilbas, now GameStop needs to make an afternoon run so I can write a contract to bring in some cash. Exactly. It need only go up like $20 a share, and you can write a nice contract, bring in a nice fat premium, and say thank you very much. Absolutely. Let's get ready for that. Enjoy. Holy moly. Macaroni. Villas, I see this afternoon, Uncle B. Thank you, everybody. The Dow's up 109, getting stronger. S&P up 15. NASDAQ up 56. So we're getting a better vibe on the big market. 21.98 on SoFi, getting stronger. 262.49 on GameStop. AMC down $5, not helping. Gores 15.32 down 55 cents. Virgin 10.87 now. Alrighty, I'm bullish on naps. Why would he sell the covered call on a massive dip? No. He bought the stock and now he's waiting for a rebound in the stock to write a call this afternoon. He's looking for a massive run up off the massive dip. All right, have a nice rest, Uncle B. We'll see you later. Thank you. Roach on the tree. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Always a good support. Amazing insight. See you all this afternoon. Thank you, Nick, for this donation. People keep asking if pre-SPAC merger out of the money calls expire post-merger, and you're always saying yes. No, they don't. Does this mean that a VJC call expires and the ticker changes? No, they don't. Now, when the SPAC changes its name, the contract changes its name. That's all. Nothing changes but the name change. Once the merger's done, everything's fine. I'm talking to, oh gosh, I was thinking you guys are asking me about a company that's being taken over on the open market. No, these SPACs, these contracts will be exactly the same. Just like the stock is exactly the same, except there's a new name in town. 23andMe, SoFi, Fortress will become ATI. They'll all change their names only. Everything else is the same. Same number of shares, same number of contracts, same exercise price, same expiry date. It continues forward. Thank you, Nick, for helping me out on that. I kept reading that question and going, why are people asking me about mergers? About it would help if you said SPAC mergers. That would help, or SPAC contracts or something like that, because I'm obviously I didn't get it. Sorry if I offended anyone or missed it, but what can I say? Cheers, Bruce. I'm shattered, but I have to go to work. Okay. Make it happen, Uncle Bruce. I work in healthcare, and I've seen ATI physical therapy consistently through my career. Bullish on this. There you go, Nick. No option converts to no stock. Yes, it does. Nick, none. Thanks, Bruce. Yes, double checking. Thank you. Always, Uncle Bruce. Ryan Cohen said yesterday the GameStop doesn't plan to make big strategy announcements like Chewy. Do you think that was a good or a bad idea? I kind of like the silent treatment. Don't overpromise, just overdeliver. Mr. Bobby, I need to go and run now. See you later. You take care. Nick, take care. Bruce is yelling, watch out, Nick. Contracts remain intact. There might be a delay in the info for a couple of days. Matt, the bus, GameStop holder should follow you, possibly 6 on Reddit. Who does Elliott Wave analysis? He called this dip into 260. Other moves say we're 360 soon. Okay. T-Bone, Aona, I plugged my phone in my computer via USB, then opened the folder containing pics and copied to my computer. Just another way if this helps. Mr. T, 49, what's a SPAC? Oh, Mr. T. Roach on a tree. Warning, though, depending on your brokerage, the equity from options calculated into your total invested amount might be temporarily removed during the ticker switchover, but don't freak. It all comes back. It'll all come around. Rob, Mr. T, laughing out loud. Uncle Bruce, have a great break. Great break. TT is in the house. Thank you, everybody. I'm done. I'm going to take a break right now till 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll be back. We'll see here for the last hour of trading and the first hour of the aftermarket. 22.36 on SoFi. It's only down 35 cents now. It's coming on like gangbusters. 262 on GameStop right now. 44.34 on AMC. Gore's at 15.37. Virgin is now 10.90. Going higher again. We're going higher for you. So, kids, getting ready to make money. Why does it make sense to roll an option all at once versus trying to buy back when the stock is low and selling new country? There's nothing wrong with that, Rick. That's a good strategy too. It's a very good strategy. You don't have to do a rollover, at the same time. You can do a rollover in stages. I agree. Take a sell, wait, do another move. Yes, of course. Very good, everybody. Thank you. I will see you this afternoon, guys. Bye, everyone. See you in a few hours, you betcha. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.